You click the 3 buttons, and there'll be an edit audience.
3 buttons. You mean like in the post?
No, on your Facebook where this is playing.
So the post.
Yes, on the post, not a new post, on the post.
Yeah.
Click the 3 buttons, and you'll get a drop down, and it'll say edit audience, and you'll click that and make it public. And you should be good by now. It takes about 10 seconds to, actually be live on Facebook.
Okay, we're there. This is very fascinating, people. Okay, I didn't hear one thing you said. So now I'm in edit audience.
Yep.
Well, he said it while I was waiting for the thing to pop. It's already public. It's already public.
Well, that's good.
Okay, then you're good.
That's good and bad because I was hoping that was why it was so slow last time, but okay.
No, it just hates us.
Laura, are you dusting a book?
Take 2, everybody.
We're on a strict script here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all gotta follow.
Gratuitous
exactly
violence
what
is
we wrote.
always fun to laugh at. See, we do it again.
Great. We're right on schedule. The next is sharks.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
you-
Sonic. Oh,
We're
and
supposed
Sonic.
to have 83% more sharks this week than
I only
last
put
week.
50% this week.
Oh,
because-
50%? 50%. All right, 50%.
In fact, I left it out of the redo because I was just
put-
like, I'll just take 2.
I put 20% Sonic with human feet.
I was I was genuinely happy. I was watching a movie called Unbroken. So it was a World War II movie. And I had forgotten the sharks were in that movie. I was like, oh yeah, there's sharks in this
that
movie. Yeah, because they crash the plane in the water in the ocean and they're stuck on the raft. Spoiler alert, they're stuck on the raft for a long time. And then there's sharks in some of the scenes as they're floating around out in the ocean. So I was like, oh yeah, sharks.
No.
And then the one shot where they're like they're in the boat and they're like they're fixing the raft and he's got kind of his head kind of off the raft and the shark comes up and tries to get him and then dude with an oar just comes at him with the oar, whap, 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 hitting him with the oar. I was like, yeah, okay.
Take
how you
that,
do it.
shark.
Take that.
I guess my only shark this week is there's that new Marvel game that came out or that's coming out, and Jeff the Shark is confirmed to be a playable character.
Jeff the Shark.
Yeah, he's a little shark with legs, the land shark.
The land shark. I don't
Yeah,
know
he's
who
cute.
Jeff the Shark.
Yeah, he's Gwenpool's little companion.
Oh.
He's adorable.
Does
So
he remind you of your dog?
yes, because my dog is in a salmon suit, so it's very similar.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Tifa's been thinking about making him a little salmon costume, and
Do it.
yeah, so she's like, I kind of want to now because you're doing all this stuff for him, and you're like, yeah, well, do it.
Good
Hell yeah.
promotion.
Yeah, because he's adorable. He can come and lay on my lap at conventions.
Daddy's cuter. Sorry.
No,
With
that's
the
not
salmon
true.
outfit.
Yeah.
You just
So
take him for a walk around the con and that'll drum up business.
Yep. I like to say Newt in a salmon suit because it
Aw.
rhymes. Yep.
what?
Newt in a salmon suit. It rhymes, Krista.
In a salmon suit.
Yay.
So I commissioned Jeremy Rampack to do my hardcover covers. And most artists will send you, 1 or 2 layouts, pick a layout, whatever. He sent me, let's see, 12.
Oh,
Like-
is that
Yeah, 11. Sorry, 11. I was
Oh.
like,
11?
what am I
Oh,
supposed to
sorry.
pick from 11? Like,
Simple. You look at it and you say, I want that one.
You just
And
asked Tom. Tom, which
and I
one?
have to do it. I combined 2 of them because I couldn't decide. I have to get 2 at a time because I always do the hardcover, the front and back, the same artist. So what I do is I get one that I use as a regular cover, and that's the back, and then I get another one that's the front of the hardcover, so that it's unique. So but then someone yelled at me the other day at the comic book store. I was doing a book signing. They're like, "Can't you release this one, the hardcover?" And I was like, "Well, it's on the hardcover." I don't yeah, I want it as a single. I was like, "What the fuck's the difference? Like, what? Why?"
Well,
What's the
I'll tell
difference?
you why. I'll tell you why.
Collector's
Because
value.
collectors trade paperbacks, hardcovers, and stuff. Well, there, I mean, hardcover's a little different because there's a little more collectability to a hardcover. But there are people who don't buy those things. They literally just buy floppies
But I
from
don't like
just a
using the same
collectability
cover.
standpoint. So
I mean, I'd save $500, but
Carissa, by the way, how was the guest convention?
so it was really good, and I did make money, but I think it would have been better. But okay, here it kind of evens out because I think I would have sold more if I was a vendor because I was in a row of autographs.
yep.
So if you weren't buying an autograph or you didn't know any of the celebrities there and you didn't care, you're not coming anywhere near me because I was in the left
Mhm.
back wall corner where the bathrooms were, which I enjoyed the bathrooms being there. But anyway, all the way back to where whatever. So when people walk by, they didn't really come anywhere near me. Like there is no
Right.
really walking by us. So as far as that's concerned, it kind of sucked because no other celebrity, or I'm gonna say guest because I'm not a celebrity, any other person there wasn't selling anything. But just for the sheer fact that when I came and someone said, "Are you a celebrity guest?" and I said, "No, but I'm a guest," I still enjoyed the fact that I was considered a celebrity. So it's probably my first and last guest spot ever, but it was like they treat you like gold. Like not only was the table free, drinks were free, food were free, Wi-Fi was free, everything's free. They ask you if you're okay 17 times a minute.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And I didn't really know celebrities yet. I knew two. And
my nails.
and I love them. So I don't know. Have you ever seen the Terrifier?
Yeah.
So the main guy, David, was there.
Oh,
And super, super nice guy. Like he's either a serial killer in real life or just an amazing actor because he was like amazing. So I got to be in the green, I got to be in the green room behind him. So I got to like pop in and like say hi or talk to him, whatever. I gave him my book. He did my signature for my co-writer, Jess. She loves him. So I had to get one for him. I gave him a Lego, but I was behind him and I was being like a fangirl. So I was taking a picture from the green curtain, telling Jessica, my co-writer, I was telling her, look, I'm a celebrity. I'm right behind the guy, right? So when I turned around, he came out like a bat out of hell and I screamed. Like he scared the shit out of me. Like I was not expecting him. And he laughed at me and then he's like, sorry. Then he left. And then on the way back, he made me jump, but at least I didn't scream. But my favorite celebrity there was Daniel Roebuck. Is that how you say it? Roebuck. He's in the Terrifier 3. He was in little like roles in like U.S. Marshal, Fugitive, Final Destination. Anyway, I have never met anyone in my life nicer than this guy. Like he acts like your family. Like I don't know, he doesn't know me. So like I went there to get an autograph. Not only did he draw me a little picture in the autograph. Oh, there's people here. Magic Cat Ears by Justin.
What's up, Justin?
Yay, thank you. And then you go. Yeah, look.
Oh yeah, I know. It's not really a knife, it's just a thing.
So not only was he super nice, I asked him if he wanted a hardcover, and he said absolutely. And of course, there was at my table, so I was like, I'll be right back. So I brought in. He was talking to two other people, and I came back. He goes, "Oh, this is Carissa. She's got a table down there. Make sure to go see her." And I gave him the book, and he's like, "How much do you charge for these?" And I thought he was saying it like for them. So I gave him a price. He's like, "Oh, I'll pay you for that." I was like, "No, I don't want your money. you just take the book, and I'll pretend you're gonna read it, and I'm happy. That's all you got to do." But then later he brought me a DVD. So he was like, kind of like, oh, this is something my first direct, this is the first one I directed. And again, I'm not holding him to this and I doubt it's going to happen, but he was nice enough to pretend, and I give him all the credit in the world. We were talking about Kickstarters and I was saying, I have a Kickstarter every other month. And of course it's tough and blah, blah. So he's like, here's my email me. And whenever you do them, just send me it and I'll try to back them whenever I can. And I was like, okay. So that just being nice and giving me a hug when I left, all that was nice. Now,
oh my God, Grandpa.
Yes, he played Grandpa, but that's how I knew him from Monsters, and I knew him from Final Destination. Now my partner, my neighbor to the left of me was Robert from House of a Thousand Corpses. He was the tow truck guy driver, Rufus.
Oh
So,
yeah, sure.
I had
My
actually
favorite.
never seen it. So like the whole time I'm there, everyone kept coming, oh, this is my favorite movie. This is my favorite movie. So I turned to him. I was like, now I got to go fucking watch a movie before tomorrow. He's like, sure. So I went home and I actually wound up watching it in the morning. I came back and I was like, yeah, that was pretty good. I said, but now I need your autograph because I saw it. Now I gotta get your autograph. So, and I asked my co-writer while I was watching it, I was like, have you ever seen House of a Thousand Corpses? She's like, my tapestry is hanging from the door. I was like, so yes. Okay. So I was like, I need an autograph from my co-writer too. I said, how much do I owe you? And I was like, no, I can't charge a neighbor. I was like, well, that's nice, but you can at least charge me for my co-writers because she's not your neighbor. But no, he did both for free. He wrote it out to Jessica and everything. And I felt, well, no, I knew that.
I didn't know that, but you know,
you didn't know that?
I've never seen the Munsters.
I actually watched it when I was
just
a
know
kid,
of
but I'm
it.
assuming it was reruns then. I'm assuming it wasn't in the 80s, it was reruns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
like 20 years later.
so there you go. So he was really nice. But I felt bad for him because I didn't say it, so I feel okay. Every single person said, I didn't know you were so tall. Like every person. That's all I heard. Because he was super nice. He charged him like $30. They get a photo, they get an autograph, and they get a picture with him, which I had
that's
most of the time, which made me feel useful because I barely did anything else. But every single person was like, wow, I didn't know you're so tall. Wow, you're tall. And I was like, and they're like, how tall are you? So I heard about 1,000 times an hour, I'm 6'10". It was like every time.
Okay.
But he was super nice. He gave me a hug too before he left. And these people will never ever think about me ever again. But for the weekend, as a celebrity in the same row as all of them. So it was like a Terrifier reunion. It was like 7 of them. It was like,
Wow.
I got another chick, but I actually don't remember. I think she was one of his helpers. I didn't get the main. I was gonna get the main girl, but I didn't. I wanted to actually get some profit instead of like buying everything for my co-writer. So Terrifier's there, Daniel was there, the main chick I believe from 1 was there, and then there was 4 smaller roles or that I remember. I only remember the girl that was upside down with the saw because that'll never get out of my head. So
It's the only part that anybody really remembers from that movie because it's
Well,
the only part that matters.
I always saw that at the medieval times. I mean, not medieval times, but I mean at
What
any
show were
Renaissance
you
fair.
at?
I was
Like, no,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
were
they do this
not.
all the time
And
at the
cut this
Renaissance.
woman in
Fest.
half.
yeah, but I used to go to the Renaissance fair and they would always have
Renaissance
the
They would always
wax
have Art the
figure.
Clown song.
Yeah.
That
Ah,
was-
that's
yeah.
right.
They would
Yeah,
have the
classic.
but I remember that when I was like, I don't know how young I was, but they always had that wax figure. And she was never naked though, so that was new. But
Oh, I was saying Terrifier because I recently watched it when I was at Motor City Nightmares. I rewatched it. I still feel like that crazy woman who's like in the homeless lady in the basement. I still feel like she's just a random person they found and started filming. I know that's not true, but that's exactly how she acts.
she acted like what?
You saw Terrifier, right?
Yeah, but I can't really tell you anything besides the chick that was upside down.
Okay, well that's all that matters anyway.
Oh,
So
and the
anything
chick
I'm talking
The
about.
second one that came out of the ground like a Valkyrie. I remember
No,
her.
the second one was terrible, and I got like maybe 15 minutes, and I turned it off. I thought it was terrible. The first one I enjoyed. No, the first one it was the girl who the lady who got her tits cut
Oh,
off,
yeah,
and he wore her skin. I still felt like it was just some random lady they found and started filming
It
her.
probably was. So what I learned was it was very low budget,
Mhm.
but I also learned that David, the main guy,
It's
and
not
2
the
others,
original Terrifier.
he what?
What?
Would you say?
No,
about
go
that?
on. Like
Oh.
David wasn't the original Terrifier.
Oh, he wasn't?
No. As far as I remember, because anyway,
They
continue
told
with
me
your
he
story
did-
now.
No, because he told me he did. No, he did all 3. Are you sure?
Yes,
The
what he
original
did-
Terrifier is not
the-
in Terrifier.
Yeah, the original Terrifier is All Hallows Eve, and that is played by Mike.
Oh, but the movie Terrifier is him.
Correct. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay,
The
okay.
movie's Terrifier
Okay.
is
But
what
the
Art
character
Clown is-
debuted elsewhere.
Yes,
I
and
gotcha.
elsewhere in All Hallows Eve. Anyway,
Okay.
continue.
Apparently he threw up during some of the scenes because it was so nasty doing it. So I thought that was interesting. But he said 3's the worst. Well, of course they have to outdo themselves. So
I just
Mhm.
thought the second one was like
Terrible. Just
It
say
wasn't-
yeah, it
terrible.
was just terrible. Like
it
at least
wasn't as entertaining to me. I feel like they were just trying to. It was more.
Shock value.
Yeah, it wasn't as entertaining as the. Yeah.
yeah, because the
Not
first
confusing
one,
or check. Yeah,
fir-
but it's so easy to do that he really
But
has
even
no
the
hope.
first one is not really, like you've said, it's not really good. But you
No.
just remember that moment, you know,
Yeah.
because that's a moment, right?
and the thing is though, is that it's like for what it is, it's fine. Like it's good, but it's not particularly good, and like it's not a cinematic masterpiece.
Well,
Apparently-
I mean, most of
apparently-
these types of things are not, but
right.
you know,
Yeah, apparently it was supposed to. The 2. I guess it was 2 was supposed to be in theaters for 1 day. Then they extended it to 48 hours. Then they extended it to a week, and then it was 5 weeks. That's what I learned.
guess.
I have no
I
idea. I didn't
bought it
even
on
know.
Blu-ray, and
I didn't even know about 1 until 2 was already on stream, and my co-writer sat me down and like chained me to the couch and said, "You have to watch these." So I don't really remember much of what was going on. But yeah. So
one of my buddy over that weekend when because Tifa, it was her first time watching it, and then my friend's husband finally watched it, and he goes, the only thing I remember is that stupid scene where the guy is pounding on the door and calling the guy multiple times, and then he gets into the truck and goes, oh my god, there's a key under the mat, and he gets out of the truck and he pulls the key under.
okay.
He's like, that is the dumbest thing ever. I'm like, yeah, but it's like drunk me. It's like, yay, thanks, drunk me. You did something right. I have a little Art the Clown right there.
I don't know. I actually enjoyed 1,000 Corpses better, probably.
I haven't seen that one, and I haven't seen Devil's Rejects.
Oh, now I don't feel so bad because I
Oh.
thought I was like really bad for not having seen it. But
No,
I
you
think he
are,
only had-
and so am I.
I think he only had 1 line. Didn't he just say the car's ready? That's all I remembered. I don't know if he had another line than that.
I don't know.
Yeah, he could have talked a
Was the
ton. And I was
con
just
for
thinking, dang
that?
it.
I mean,
Oh, I remember he burst through the door and said, "Car's ready." That's all I remember.
Eileen Dietz was the face of Pazuzu or whatever, and she was still well known, or she was still at a con.
yeah, but that's The Exorcist.
Also, Ray Weiss from Twin Peaks was charging like $160.
He was only charging. Everyone was really low. I mean, his was 30. The chick next to me, Marion Singer, who's super nice. Everyone was so super nice.
well, yeah, but if they're all from the Terrifier, nobody knows who these people are. That's why they're
Right.
cheap.
right,
Well,
yeah,
Right.
we know who they are, but
Yeah, but within
would-
the grand scheme,
you're
like,
right.
it's-
I would say
Yeah.
the only ones that actually had lines were David and Daniel were the only 2 that had lines, like waiting. And then the one next to me, she only was in a Halloween apparently for like 5 minutes. She was in Halloween 2018, but she's in Knoxville, so she's not actually traveled far. But 2018, and I guess she said she had the best death where she got cut from behind, her neck cut from behind or something. I don't know. I haven't seen
nothing
it.
good about Halloween.
I got to be
I mean,
honest with you. I don't really
Stop.
don't like Halloween. I know that's going to get me a lot of hatred. I'm not a Halloween fan.
You
But I
are-
did find out that Friday the 13th is a ripoff of Halloween, and it was supposed to be like a cheap knockoff, and then it became its whole thing on its own. So
Well, it's
You're
not
allowed-
a ripoff. They're completely polar opposite.
no, I'm saying it was
stories.
meant to be like they were copying.
Well, it was, yeah. I mean, it was Friday the 13th originally wasn't anything. It was just a name. And
Yeah.
and Sean F. Cunningham was like, fuck, we got to trademark and copyright that. And they did. And they had no movie. And then they put out an ad in the paper that said coming soon, Friday the 13th. And they had no movie. And then
Mhm.
someone was like, hey, we'll make that movie for you. And he was like, oh. And so they wrote a script.
wait, what?
That's
that work?
hilarious.
that I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
He-Man.
They
It's like
they
it's
they
so
were thinking
backward.
about, because it was like Halloween, like they were like, let's make a slasher movie or a horror. They won't say slasher. They're like, make a horror movie, and they were like, what do we call it? And Friday the 13th came up, and they were like, well, no one's called anything that, so they just trademarked that name. And then they put it out. I don't remember what newspaper it was, like one of the one of the like Hollywood trades or whatever. Friday the 13th, like the movie, whatever. And then they basically just sold it based off of that name. And then
How
when
did-
they were like, "Hey, how so what is this?" They were like,
Oh, okay.
"We'll figure it out for you." And then they they came up with what.
So I was like, how did they not know? How did they know it wasn't a thing to even offer to do that? You know, what I
Well,
mean?
because Friday the 13th doesn't even make any sense to the movie itself. Like it has no value to the movie. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like there, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
and it
It doesn't
doesn't-
even say like on Friday the 13th,
Right.
1967. Like none of that matters.
Is
So-
it ever actually the day, Friday
No.
the 13th? Oh,
No.
No.
no, it's a cool name.
Yeah.
okay. I remember, I think the one, and I've seen a lot of dumb tweets, but I do remember somebody writing a really dumb tweet saying, wouldn't it be really scary if Friday the 13th landed on Halloween? I was like, that's not possible.
That's the stupidest thing
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah, but wouldn't it? But here's the thing, though. Wouldn't it be scary?
It would absolutely be scary.
It's
It's terrifying.
Sure,
It is
because that would mean we
terrifying.
lost like 2 weeks of.
Exactly.
Somehow,
It's
like,
something.
Right.
Oh, we've
I
just
woke up and it was
eliminated
Halloween.
half of October is just
October.
gone.
I will say, like, I used to go to Salem when I lived in Connecticut because it wasn't that far, and there was a full moon, a blue full moon on
Ooh.
Halloween in Salem, and I wanted to go, but apparently, according to the news, which is I don't really like people as it is. Apparently, it was 20 miles of cars outside
Oh,
of
F that.
Salem trying to get
Nah.
in. So
Forget it.
now this October, it's not as cool, but there is I think is it a full moon on Halloween? So I think that's cool, but it's not as cool. It's a blue moon and
Yeah, I
Halloween. And for anyone that doesn't know what a blue moon is, it means there's 2 full moons in a month.
think it's
Apparently.
is it the second or the
Yeah, it
What?
doesn't
third?
mean that it's an actual blue moon. Unfortunately.
No, it's not an
'Cause
actual
that
blue
would
moon.
be cool.
No.
That'd be
Moon's,
cooler.
Moon's made out of cheese and it's yellow anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. Yes, it is. There's
And
moon mice on
it
there
is
too.
round.
Also,
See, and that's what's going to happen
uh,
next year. Like, I want to go to Martha's Vineyard to go see the Jaws locations, but
course
next
you do.
year is going to be the 50th anniversary, and it's
Oh,
going to
no.
be a
Nuts.
madhouse. So
can't you
I'm
just
like,
not
yeah,
go?
we're going to go
that-
in 2026.
Yeah.
We'll go in
yeah.
the off season.
I was trying to think if I saw any movies, but the only thing I saw was the original Twister. I was supposed to watch, I've already seen it, but I was supposed to watch Devour because Jensen's in it. So I bought it to rent it, and it says you have 4 weeks to watch it. But I had clicked on it because it wasn't working and it's through the wrong account. But I only watched like 4 seconds of it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to come watch it with my husband. Yeah, it ended. So apparently, once you watch it, it disappears. So now I have to pay to rent it again, and I haven't had the. Not that I
See,
can't
that's
afford
why
the $3.58, but it's just the principle of the matter.
just
Yeah.
go buy the physical media of it.
So, well, I usually download it through Play On, but it kept saying you have to pay for it. I was like, bitch, I paid for it. Like that's why I'm here. I paid for it, but so I didn't get to watch it.
I watched the new Batman or the first episode of the Cape Crusader.
Is it a show?
What?
Is it a show?
Yeah, it's the new Amazon Prime. Tom, I'm getting to that. JD
Good.
Hudgens.
Hurry up and get to
Why
it.
does it say JD? It just
Because
Oh,
he's-
because I was on JD's show. There's 2 JDs on JD's show, so I was like, well, I'm going to be
and
JD
you felt
too.
left out. I'm
You
actually
know,
on there.
next
I'm
time
on
we'll
there
all do
tomorrow.
that, dude, because I like that.
I'm on there tomorrow, so I have to tell them a problem I have. My only problem
Oh,
is
I'm coming on too. Yay!
Oh, I don't want to go anymore. You have to. What's your problem? What is the problem you're going to tell them?
Chad keeps
Cape
sending me
Crusader
Sonic
is-
pictures with them
Lori?
with human
I haven't
feet.
thought of one yet.
Cape
I'm
Crusader.
going to ask. I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
for help with my tagline because I hate
Tagline.
taglines.
I think I'm going to talk about like how many days, because I keep tossing around how many days I should run it for.
Well, I don't know when mine's ending because I usually have to pick a random day or an amount of time or whatever. So I don't know if mine's going to end on the day I normally want it to. It says
It
18
says-
days.
It's going to go until August 23rd at 8 p.m. Central, so 9 p.m. Eastern.
23rd.
That's Friday,
It's
August 23rd.
Yeah, that'll work.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I picked a random day. I started working on my Western Kickstarter just so I have it all ready to go. I didn't have this one ready. Like I was 5 minutes late launching because it actually wasn't ready. Like I spent all day working on a script that I don't even need for at least 2-3 weeks. I worked on, instead of working on the Kickstarter that was like 5 hours away. So like
Yeah, I
that
was
was my
laughing.
priority. Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. And I was just so obsessed with this. I even worked on the script while I was at the show. I had my laptop out and all that fun stuff. I did finish. We have 7 scripts written out, and now I'm converting them while we're still writing. So I finished issue 1, and I ended it better. The ending I did, I changed it so it changed better than I thought it was going to end, because normally I usually have 28 pages. That's what I do. I'm trying my hardest to make the Western 24 because I save a ton of money with 4 pages. So I'm doing my best to make 24 pages. I save like at least $400. So I'm gonna do my best. And that's the goal, is 24 pages. But I know me, and if I can't stop where I want to, it's like, fuck it, add 4 pages. But I had to go back and edit it a little bit so that it fit, because I really like we made up a lot of cryptids, or whatever you call them, for this. So my favorite so far that I've made is the dragon plant demon.
I like the sheep.
Huh?
The sheep.
And I was gonna say, and the sheep.
Yeah.
So there's this guy at the con. I can't even think of his name now. And I told him I'm mad at him because a year ago I told him I wanted him to do a commission for me, and he ignored me for a year. So then I was like, "Are you gonna do it or not?" He goes, "Yeah, but I'm I'm booked up for 8 months." I was like, 12 months. I was like, it's already been 12 months. But he does these really cool. He does the crypto, whatever. And then he does like what all their powers are, or their weaknesses are, and all that stuff. So I was telling him my sheep one, where I think I wrote all the rules down. They look like regular sheep. They go into herds. They eat the sheep like one, and then they take its place. So the herd number doesn't change. And the problem is that during a full moon, they glow really bright green. They're not really dangerous at all, except for, I guess, the sheep. But they have breath that puts you to sleep, much like my dog will knock you out. But so the myth came from counting sheep, was when the farmers would count their sheep, they would fall asleep because the breath would hit them, and then they would fall asleep. And if there's depending on how many sheep there are that are there, is how strong it is. So someone can like fall into a coma. So I love. Oh, and their eyes glow yellow, because I didn't want to do cliche red. And also, have you ever seen the sheep when their eyes glow yellow? They look
they're freaky.
Yeah, they're freaky. So that was what I did. And so I have that one. Then I have the crow, which if anyone knows Inuyasha, I got inspiration from the 3-eyed crow from there. So it's a 6-eyed crow, but it's kind of like a mix of a phoenix. So they can get larger or smaller depending on, when they're fighting. But if you scare them too much, or they get too upset, they burst into flames. So they're going to annoy the hell out of my characters, because the whole point is they have to get these items on a list from all these cryptids without killing the cryptid, because it ruins the power of immortality, whatever. So one of them was a feather. So every time they go to grab a feather, it'll burst into flames, and it'll be really fucking annoying. So I'm annoyed just thinking about it, but yeah. So I'm excited to write it. So, and Jeremy's going to work on my hardcover because I already have the first 5 issues scripted. So I know the first hardcover is going to be all set. So even though, it's going to start being drawn in 3 weeks instead of next year when it should have been done. You all right, Chad?
I was just listening. You told me this the other day too, so I was kind of like,
yeah, we talked when I should have been grooming. I remember.
Yeah, well, I called you and you were like, "Hey, I'm grooming a dog," and I'm like, "Oh, I can let you go." And you're like, "No, it's fine." And
yeah,
then we
no,
started talking. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
no, but Cape Crusader, man,
where is this show?
That's on Amazon Prime. It's supposed to be yeah. It's supposed to be Bruce Timm returning to Batman from the animated series. No, the animated series.
Oh.
And did you ever see the 2004 Batman animated show?
Is that where they continued the 90s one, but Nightwing was in it?
No.
And it was Tim Drake?
No, this is the one where it was like year 1, essentially. And it's him, all of his villains coming all of his villains are being created, and it's like a villain of the week or a villain of the week type thing, where each episode is a different villain. Man, the Cape Crusader is just like that, but it's like it's really hard to explain. It's not great.
It's not hard to explain. Here we go. Here's what it is. Chuck.
Okay, thank you.
I've had this discussion. I've had this discussion a few times. This is like this feels like leftovers from all the other Batman stuff
Thank
we've
you.
already seen.
No,
Because
that's not
it's
good.
the same stories, it's
Yes,
the same
okay.
context, it's the same fucking thing with
No.
worse animation and worse voice acting. Oh, and we'll just race swap everybody in the series as well, just because.
Really?
I did like the female penguin though. I thought she was pretty fun. I liked her whole like
You mean they
showgirl
literally
type thing.
swap, like everyone is swapped?
Most, not everybody,
Most.
but most. A good portion.
Yeah.
Good portion is just arbitrarily something else.
Yeah.
Random?
Which isn't
Sure.
it doesn't even like
So is
do anything
Catwoman
for
still a woman, or is now Catwoman?
Please
a
tell
man?
me there's a
Catwoman's-
Catman.
Catwoman, and here's the thing. That's the
No.
other problem. It's like
Oh.
from a design sense, it's based a lot on like the old Golden Age Batman stuff.
Yeah.
So like you'll see him instead of having like the long gloves and stuff, he just has like wrist gloves, and it's just. But from a design sense, it's just weak. But the Catwoman was like the purple dress.
Does she have a dog?
thing that they did.
Oh, purple. Yeah.
Like
His
breed
dog.
switch too? Is it a dog now instead of a cat?
It's
But, like, I was-
Dogman.
I saw the first. I watched the first episode, and I was like, "This is terrible." I watched the second episode, and I literally was fast forwarding through it all. Even though it was Clayface, I was like, "Oh, it's Clayface." I'm like, "No, this is terrible." Fast forward, and then the third one was Catwoman, because I was like, "Okay, show me what you're gonna do with Catwoman," and you got Selena Kyle and so on. And even then, as soon as she was just like breaking into a safe, I'm like, "Dude, I was here like 30 years ago watching the
Right.
same identical stories." So no, I'm out.
Yeah, what Tom said essentially. I pretty much agree with Tom on it. Like
There's a lot of people that like it just because of the aesthetic. Like it is the kind of the old school
yes.
40s, 50s Batman aesthetic. Fine. If you like it, that's fine. But just don't tell me these are great stories, because they're the same fucking thing.
It is. It feels like I'm
already done.
stuck in a like, oh no, Batman or evil character has evil plan. Batman needs to stop it, and that's all
Well,
it is.
But even beyond that, it's right back to, oh, look, Renee
Isn't that what
Montoya
Batman
doesn't trust Batman,
is?
and we have to go through the cops don't trust Batman yet.
Oh,
and
we're
like
back
it's
to
right?
just,
Yeah.
it's just
yeah.
all the
it's the same storytelling.
Yeah, it's like they're gaslighting us. Like they've never done this before. They're like, no, don't worry about that you saw. Don't worry, you never saw that. We're just gonna.
But that's what
Make
people
these new
want.
things.
Like people will go ape shit over it because it's Batman. And it's like it's not that
Well,
crazy.
that's-
Apparently
Well,
Automatopoeia is in it, and I was really excited about that. I haven't
He's
gotten to that
amazing.
episode. But I like Automatopoeia because all he does, his entire thing is he's an assassin that just makes sound effects noises.
I don't even know who that is.
It doesn't matter. He's shown up showed up in Batman Cacophony by Kevin Smith, and then a Green Arrow, actually by Kevin Smith as well. So he's just fun. Like his entire thing is when he fires his gun, he goes bang 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 bang. Or if he's going to he's like in the grass, he goes Russell Russell Russell
I hate
Russell.
everything about what you're saying right now.
What? Oh, he's so much fun.
No,
He's
no.
great. He's so
no.
entertaining.
You and you're one of those meta people, which
Mm-hmm.
is probably why you love Deadpool so much.
I mean, I did like Deadpool.
There, yeah.
Even though
I
I
don't mean
don't like-
Deadpool the movie. I mean Deadpool.
Oh no! Truth be told, everything that happened during that whole 2011 stream of Deadpool flood thing just pissed me off.
Okay, all right. Well,
Like,
that's good. That's a
Yeah,
plus.
it frustrated me because it was every time here. Let's see what shenanigans Deadpool can get up to.
Sure.
Oh, it's Deadpool, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, kill me. So
have no
I
idea
have
what
my
you're talking about.
limits. Okay.
Good. No, that's good. That's good. Like it's okay to like something, but even there are things that I like that I'm like, no, I can't keep doing whatever it is you're doing, man.
Right.
It's not going well. It's not going well.
No,
So,
the
okay,
only thing
good.
that I liked was the Deadpool Mercs for Money miniseries that they did. I thought that was pretty fun because Slapstick was in it, and Fool Killer, and a couple of other like no-name characters. Oh, and Hitmonkey was also on the team, and that was fun. But other than that, though, no. Like Deadpool can I can live without him. It's okay.
It's good.
I promise.
It's good.
You can get
It's
rid of
good.
him.
You've elevated in my eyes, Chad.
Hooray! Oh, is that why you keep me around
my
just to
God,
see?
his
Yeah.
whole life is complete now. That's all he ever cared about.
Like
that?
Chad's on my good list, and he's gone.
Well, you had that moment where you went off the cliff with Weird Science. Like, I wasn't really sure you were going to recover after. Like, should I watch Weird Science? I'm like, man, are you kidding me?
Oh, okay, yeah, that was my end game right there. Yeah, I know it's free. It is free though. It's on Amazon, isn't it? It doesn't.
I would imagine
just,
most of those, like, what's his name, John Hughes or whatever. I would imagine most of those things are on somewhere.
I swear, because I looked it up too. I was like, is it free anywhere? If it's not, I can just rent it.
It's probably most of that stuff's probably on Tubi.
Probably. Let's see, to Tubi, because Tubi's everything. Tiff has been watching like Project Runway for like the past couple of days. So, oh yeah, it is.
There you go.
All right, cool. And then she's been watching Project Runway on Tubi because she does a lot of fashion. Because she's a fashion like person. She's a seamstress. So she watches a lot of that, and it's just a show for supervillain costumes. That's all it is. Every time I look at it, I'm like, they're just like, and this is my leather jacket turned into a skirt. I'm like, this is just supervillain costumes, dude. Get out there and build a laser and kill a bunch of
Build a
people.
Laser.
Yeah, kill a bunch of people. And good lord. I also hate reality TV too, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
have never
Can I-
really
yeah.
watched it.
Can
Turn
I
up
can
the
I
game.
rant about something completely different for a second?
sure.
Now, for
Because I'm
something
running
cool.
out of weight.
Who the fuck got my kids a whistle?
What?
Right? Oh my god.
Because when I turned off my camera and my mic and I went out there, my kids had a kid-shaped whistle, like in the shape of a dog. Who does that? Who's sadistic enough to
Your
build
husband?
a whistle?
Yeah, I
Or
would look at your
for
husband
kids.
first.
Yeah, I would my thing is the husband.
It's probably from some fast food bag, to be honest.
Oh, that
with
could
you.
be. Yeah, that could be.
But what the fuck?
It's a Happy Meal toy for sure.
You know, my grandma got my nephew a drum, like one of those loud ass drums for Christmas, and he banged it for a good like half hour. And I looked right at my grandma and I said, when you pass, I am going to take this drum and I'm going to beat it every time the priest is giving the eulogy or
No,
whatever.
it's one of those like, oh,
Swear
grandma,
to
that's so great. This drum set's gonna live at your house.
Yep. Exactly. Well, that's what I said too. I'm like, my brother was like, you're keeping this here, right? And my mom was
yeah.
like, nah.
Oh, yes, you are.
Nah.
No, that doesn't come to my house.
Nah.
I think at
Right.
some point my kids got like a drum. It was like the drummer boy drum that goes over their shoulder and you wear it. I was like, what is this? And inside of it was a tambourine and
Oh,
maracas. And I was
Oh,
like,
even
that
worse.
this stays at your house. Like this does not come to my house. I'm sorry. What is
It's
wrong
already
with
loud
grandparents?
enough.
Don't buy us stuff that makes a lot of noise because it doesn't stop.
Yep. Yep.
Like y'all are too old for this. Put this whistle away. I don't know what's going on.
And then they then the parents complain, like the grandparents complain.
But then they get all this stuff for Christmas too. Like I got all
Exactly.
the singing Frozen dolls when Frozen was the thing.
Yeah, pile drive those on the ground.
Take out the batteries.
No, the batteries can't
Oh,
be
it's
changed.
Oh no,
I'm
someone
so
broke in the
sorry.
house and stole all your Frozen dolls.
they just
no, that'll
stopped
happen when you're
working.
fucking annoying me. I'm not allowed to
Wow.
have kids.
They came right in and took those Frozen dolls. They must have been worth a lot. Sorry.
Sorry,
Sorry.
goodbye.
No,
Except
they still
Sven
have
now.
stuff that they just dig out of the toy chest and some. I'm like, we still have that, and they just start playing it. I'm like, it's gonna break. We're gonna feed it to the dog, I think.
I mean,
Oh, Murphy got it. Darn.
oh no. I just
Guys are-
didn't.
You
You
ever
guys
see
are
that
so
video where the
smart.
girl got the flying fairy doll for Christmas and they get it all set up and it's zing and it goes right into the fireplace?
It was like, well, so much for that toy.
Thank
One
God.
and done. One and
Yay.
done.
All right. I love
That is what you get. Karma.
You guys are
Yeah.
messed up.
Sometimes I'm glad I don't have kids.
We're messed
sometimes.
up.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. You should have seen it.
Good.
This would be me with a kid, so I totally approve. I'm just saying it's pretty messed up. So
Yeah, that's why I'm not allowed to have kids.
yeah.
You're not?
No, I'm not allowed to. I would just ruin this child's life, mentally scar them, because I would destroy their toys anytime it annoyed me.
I mean, I have kids.
I don't want them. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're implying, but I don't want them.
Just okay. That's cool.
Yeah, no, don't get any
Yeah,
ideas.
if that was like
for-
an offer, it's a no.
Yeah.
I wasn't like,
I have
No.
these kids, you know.
like,
Any interest?
want them?
No.
Message me.
oh,
on-
just
It's
checking.
no.
Message me a PayPal. Hey, how much would you give me a PayPal?
No, I'm not trying to sell the children. I'm not.
Not yet. Did you know I found out
Not
Tom,
yet.
Not
in,
yet.
in Ohio there's a Frogman convention?
The what convention?
There's a Frogman festival.
I'm sorry.
What?
This sounds like a racial
Who
slur.
goes? Who goes
It
to the-
is, but
I just
it's
found out the cryptid thing is a thing, and I'm going to go to that next
but that's
year.
what it is.
Yeah, but
It's,
now this just jumped into my head. Chad, you have to get they have fishing conventions and stuff, I'm sure,
know.
of some sort. You got to get into one of those.
I know. I'm planning on applying for because I went to one this year.
Okay.
And
With
back in
Echo?
February, they have the biggest one in. Did you know that Michigan has the biggest fishing convention ever? It's in the Suburban, and I went there, and it was great.
Really?
And I thought, yeah, I know, interesting fact, because I didn't know that either until this year. I'm actually trying to plan to get a table there and set the hook there and everything. So,
Mhm.
That'd be cool.
but
You
apparently,
know
they
what
have-
though? That could be dangerous. You could be set up there and you'll be selling things, but you'll also spend all your money.
it is true. I did spend like $80 on a fishing pole. So, which doesn't sound like a lot, but considering it's a fishing pole, you can literally buy one that's like,
Aren't they
You can just get a
almost-
stick in the woods.
I was
right,
just-
exactly.
Get
Yeah, you can get stick in the woods and a bamboo.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
That's
pretty
not
much
bad.
do
I was
anything.
like, it's just a stick.
So,
that's kind of his hobby.
I would
they
get,
have a-
I would get totally beat up if I said that.
Yeah,
I used to go deep sea fish, not like at least it seemed that way when I was a kid. It could have been like a pond for all I know, but we used to go on this speedboat and fish and I don't even know if I ever caught anything, but it's pretty gruesome though when you think about it. Like you take these fish and then you just kind of let them suffocate. It's like kind of mean when you think about it. Try not to think about it, but yeah. But I never
I know,
had to.
hey, Kevin, what's up, man?
He says that my issue 12 made him need therapy. So if anyone is already getting therapy, you can go read it, and then you're ahead of the game. So
Reading Carissa's story is my therapy. What are you talking about?
Aw, see, that's why I love you. Kevin over here can't handle it. He's
And I'm
messaging
like,
me saying,
oh, do
"How
it
could you
again.
do this? How could you do this?" Actually, he was saying, "How could you do this to me on issue 11?" I was like, "Oh God, don't read 12." I was like, 12 is like 10 times worse. Do not read 12. He actually just posted today that he needs therapy. He's still getting therapy because of me. So there you go.
Yeah, I got some
mean-
shocked responses from Princess versus Zombies too. They were kind of like knocked over at the end. I was like, well,
Really?
it's something that we got to do every now and then to keep you all on your toes. But that was the reaction because they weren't expecting it. It's not the tone of the book to that point. And then when I got to that point, I was like, this is a moment right here. This is where I'm going to put them on notice. And yeah, so I actually had I've got messages from people, and then I just got a direct message on Facebook from somebody today. He was like, dude, you are like a master storyteller. I was cheering for the girls and everything was going great. And then the ending, what the fuck? That was like a gut punch. I was like, that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted.
I have a gut punch at the end, but I mean, if you read my story, you should know I torture my characters. So like, it really shouldn't be that big of a surprise.
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
kind of where I live.
Yeah.
Like, don't read my story and be attached.
Kevin's saying reading yours is his therapy. So now I'm feeling like, what the fuck?
Reading
like-
my story
Yeah.
is
What
your
the fuck?
therapy, Kevin.
Wow.
Kevin, you need therapy.
That's it, Kevin. You can't read my story anymore. So no more for you. I'm gonna leave you on not knowing what happens next. So you're screwed.
Hey, because it's my story. That's not nice.
I don't know. I guess you don't torture your characters as much as she killed. She you
Are
know,
you kidding me?
horse. The horse, man. Come on.
I was like, that's where we start is with the horse.
You know, because it's so funny because I'm working on the Western, so they obviously have their own horses. And I was like, what am I gonna do with these horses at the end? Like I'm just like
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
well, they have to, right? Because it's called Devastation, and it's got an ending that connects to the chaos of redemption, so it can't be good. So yeah, so I guess we'll have to. I don't know. And Apollo's in it too. So yeah.
Travis, yeah, right.
What do you say?
Says, I don't want bad things happen to characters. It's just mean.
What? Bullshit.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, I torture my characters, man. I mean, literally. Like I have torture scenes. They go to hell and they get tortured. Yeah, it's just it's no Terrifier shit, but yeah. It sucks. But whatever. It's all good, right? I figure as long as they're together, I could do whatever I want. But every time if someone sends me one of those memes that say something like my character is finally happy, and then it's like, oh no, we don't do that here.
Yeah, no, we don't.
We don't do that here.
Oh, are they happy? That means something bad's about to happen.
Yeah. It's that moment where all of the characters are alive and happy and having a good time. It's not gonna turn out well. So yeah, I think my letterer SK wrote me. He goes, "You have to have a happy moment, when you have something horrific." And I was like, "Yeah, wait to the end of this issue. You'll see. you'll have. I have it like twice. I think the worst one though. No, the worst one probably is the end of 12 until book 4 when they, everyone's slaughtered. So Josh Whedon brought Buffy. Yeah, he shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Well, we were unhappy too during that. I actually like some of the musical. My husband refuses to watch it, so he hates musicals so much.
I have to be ready for a musical. Like
I have to
when The
know it's a
Boys had an episode where there was music and dancing, I had a hard time watching
Who did?
it.
Who?
Somewhere in the middle there they did, and I was just like, this is cringe. I had a hard time watching it.
For Buffy or someone else?
The Boys.
The Boys.
Oh, The Boys. I don't watch The Boys because I don't want to hate Jensen or be scared of Jensen. So I'm just gonna not.
Jensen was great.
Yeah, I bet.
Great.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see that. I heard about the
The grannies.
grandma. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and I heard about what they did to Chuck and God Chuck or whatever from Supernatural. I don't really need to see any of that. So good times, but yeah. Anyway, so Tom, did you see any other movies this week?
You saw a Trap.
I didn't.
Oh,
I
did
didn't.
you
I
really?
Oh, you
I
didn't see Trap.
skipped. No, I skipped because I was gonna
you had a
go.
reason.
Yeah, I was gonna go, and then all of a sudden, everyone was like, "What a piece of crap this is!"
Really?
And I'm
I
like,
was gonna
that
be
doesn't
watching-
surprise me because that's M. Night Shyamalan's MO nowadays. And so I was like, I'm just gonna wait on that for streaming, I
Yeah,
guess,
seriously.
and save my money for Alien in a couple of
Didn't he
weeks.
just come out with The Watchers? This is another one?
No, that's his daughter did the
Oh.
Watchers. But then I did see this thing that people were talking about called I Saw the TV Glow,
Oh yeah.
Is that the
which
literal
was
title?
Poltergeist?
Did you just
that's
blow
the
on
title.
TV?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
title.
I wanted to
That's
see that
Poltergeist.
as well.
So
Never heard of it.
let me give you a hint, Chet.
Uh-oh.
Don't see that.
Okay. I could tell by your review of it.
What a pointless, nonsensical.
What is it even about? I haven't even seen. I don't.
Let me tell you what it's about, Chris.
God.
Oh, here we go.
I don't
Yes.
know.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's
I
like
don't know.
Skinamarink. You don't know
Like
what it's about.
it's so conceptually it is about kids who are watching a TV show who then somehow realize that the TV show is real in some capacity,
Didn't John Ritter do
except
that movie?
except
So it's
that
Persona
none
4.
of
Oh,
it
isn't it like
no, none of it makes any sense as they start to try and connect the dots. Like none of it makes any sense, and you are left at the end with just like, why did I give them 90 minutes of my time? Like it's just
Okay.
such
How did
a
you watch all 90?
nothing movie, because here's the thing,
Kept hoping?
it's created in a way where you're like, oh shit, something's about to happen. Nope.
Like that guy.
Oh shit,
walking
something's
the
about to
field?
happen. Nope. And you just keep getting those, something's got to happen. Nope. And then it's over.
Wow.
So yeah,
yeah.
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's but it's not as fun. It's not even like yeah.
There's nothing fun about it. It's
Right.
terrible monologue writing.
It's not like Candle Cove, because that was
It's-
fun.
It's horrible acting. I mean, it's a low budget horror movie, so you can't expect a whole lot. But
Right.
even within the context of like, hey, we're making a low budget. I mean, it's not even a horror movie. It's not anything. It's just
Oh, it's
holy
Skidamarink.
shit. It's not anything. It's not anything.
Tom, you need
And
to watch Skidamarink.
I will not. I will.
You
not.
need to.
I am.
At
I am
least the first
over
5 minutes.
I have officially gone over the high concept horror film thing for my year. I've seen in the violent nature. I've seen that. I have seen this thing. There was something else I
feel
saw that
bad
was like,
because Tom is like the sacrificial lamb. He goes to see all the movies. So
I'm
that he
okay
can
with
feel
that.
better, except for this year has been so bad.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so
This
bad. The
whole
fact that
year has been
Deadpool and Wolverine is at the
crap
top of my
movies.
list should tell you how bad
Yeah.
like everything else is.
So,
See,
what
Tom,
is-
you say that Skidamarink is high horror, and it's not.
High
Like, it's-
concept. High
Oh,
concept.
high concept. No, it's like low concept. Like it's
Well,
bottom of the barrel.
But high concept in that let's get outside the box and do it a different way and make it different. That's what In the Violent Nature did. That's
is
what
this
this
the one
TV
where
Glow
I
you're
thing
know.
did.
camera view or something?
Yeah, I know what high concept, what you're saying on it. It's just not though.
Well, but here's the thing: it's high concept, but it's low execution,
right.
and that's what I have. So, and I'm all good for high concept. Like, bring me something weird, show me what you got. I want it. But more often than not, these things are just the low execution. Like whoever's making them didn't have the chops to like bring that concept all the way.
Right.
And so for those movies, that's why and then like with the Violent Nature, they're making a second one too. I'm like, oy, oy. I don't know how you make another one of these things that doesn't come with a fast forward button in the DVD to get you through the stuff that doesn't matter. But there were things in it that I did like way more than this thing. In fact, I saw the TV Glow is squarely at the bottom of my list. It is worse than Madam Web, and it is worse than Imaginary. It is at the bottom of the list. Yeah.
I'm rebinding books right now. This is The Green Mile. It was 6 books and I made it 1 book. So I didn't do the title, the spine, the back cover yet, but that's next. But I just finished. I took it out of the vise and I'm separating the pages just to kind of loosen it up because it's tight. That's what she said. And I put the bookmark. So it has a bookmark too, an internal bookmark. See? Isn't that cool? So it's green and black. It'll be, how much do you pay for that? Pay for what? The book?
They want to buy it from you.
How much do I pay you for that? Oh, this was just my own personal copy. This is the old book.
Like, make an offer, man. Come on.
I mean,
it's handmade, one of a kind. It's $1,000.
Yeah.
Sure.
1,000.
I don't think I would charge $1,000, but yeah,
900.
it is
900.
one of a kind. It is-
999.
I'm trying to work with you here, Lori.
Tom, thank you. I think at some point that could be a thing where I need to get better at it. It needs to be cleaner because what I learned is that the paint that I chose, I think I was a little too heavy-handed. And as I was taking the pages apart, some of them got a little bit jagged because they were stuck together. So I learn in every one. I'd like to rebind more, and then that could be something I bring with me to cons. It's just a rebound book, but it's like it is one of a kind, and I'll sign it and everything. in the back.
I'll sign my binding.
I'll sign my bind book in the back. Did you see? I don't know if you saw the reel, but all of these had like a really nice picture of Stephen King in the back. who was like him in his, I don't know, 40s with still dark hair and a beard. I was like, you don't look like this no more. It was really funny.
Now you look like
How much
a
do you
foot.
pay me for binding? I'll have to figure that out. Like if you have a special book and you want me to rebind it into something else, I can do that too. I'm still figuring it out because I'm still kind of newer to it. Because I did all those mini binds for Path, which was a lot of fun. So I got good at those. And then I'm probably going to be doing a rebind for, not a rebind. I'm going to print and bind like from scratch Christopher Brown's book, his new novel that's going to be launching tomorrow. So
Make sure you check that time.
how much? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But I still have to, I'm troubleshooting the freaking margins on that one because it doesn't want to print right. So, but anyway, I'll figure it out because I always do. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is I'm just mucking around with this book. And then I got to design the cover and the spine in the back. But I found this little stamp with a mouse on it. It's super tiny. It's super cute for the inside for the, I have these dividers in the middle where I took like the picture that was in front of the chapter and I kept it in there. So it has the different like volume 1, volume 2, 1 through 6, whatever. But I put little stamps of the mousey on there and I think it was cool. Bind your floppies.
Can you do that?
You could literally
I guess you
probably
could.
just buy the trade paperback for cheaper than binding it yourself.
Well,
Yeah, but that's not fun.
no, but then it's unoriginal. I did rebind my trade, by the way. So, but this is harder because it's too wide. Like all the decorative cool paper that you get is 12 by 12. That's 2-sided, and I had to take paper that was 12 by 12 and add like a border to it, which makes it kind of clunky. I didn't like it, so I'm still finding a solution for that. I need to find bigger paper that's pretty, but it's like hard to find. It's probably expensive. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I wanted to do this was the first one I did, the interior bookmark, which is okay. I think I want to rebind this one again and do it slightly different. Or I could go watch a movie, like Tom said. Go watch a movie.
You
Yeah,
could
go watch
a
the
movie.
TV Glow. Go see that movie.
I don't want to watch
How
that
about
movie.
this, Tom? How about
What
this?
did I do to you, Tom? Tom's like, go watch the worst movie ever, Lori. I'm like,
No, just the worst movie this year.
I
No.
mean, I just heard your review of it. And you're like, that's a big F you, man. Anywho.
You know, Tom, I'm just gonna message you one day and say, "Hey, I saw the TV glow," and you're like, "What'd you think?" I'm like, "Well, I just turned on my TV and I just watched
Yeah.
it glow for like an hour, and I was very confused."
Cool. Yeah.
No idea.
Absolutely.
watch the TV. What is it
100%.
called?
I saw the TV Glow.
That one, B.
Which isn't. It's kind of interesting because didn't that come out right around the time that the Late Night with the Devil?
Yeah. Oh, that was the other one. That was the other sort of high concept thing
Yeah.
that I was like, but I like that one a little bit better. I just didn't really like the ending of it.
I didn't like the ending. It was 20
but-
minutes too long. And I
Yeah,
think
but
it
I mean, it
exciting.
was okay. At least that one was okay.
Yeah, Dave Dalmatian is really good. I like him. So
That
And
actor?
then there's
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's
he's
the
good in it.
series. I don't know. I can't think of who made it, but it's an A24 series. They did Pearl X was the first one.
yes,
which I liked.
Pearl, and then they did.
And then there's
Maxine.
Pearl, which fucking I couldn't even survive 30
Yeah, I
minutes
heard
of
it's not
that.
very good.
And then they put out the third one, Maxine.
Maxine.
This year, which is supposed to be coming to streaming pretty soon. And the only reason I'm even going to try that is because it's like an 80s thing. But I've
Yeah.
heard that it's another high concept disaster film that, just has no purpose.
Well, all three of those movies are like a weird trilogy.
Yeah, but kind of, but also not.
Right.
Like they go together, but they're completely separate. Like,
Yes.
because it just
'cause
doesn't
the-
make any sense to me.
'cause
I mean,
the
the
first
second
movie-
one I should have been really into because it's the Wizard of Oz. Like, that's just the Wizard of Oz. And I was like, this is awful. Like, what are we doing? Like, I gave it like 3 tries. Like you're getting 3. It was like Rebel Moon. I'm giving you 3 tries and then I'm out if it's not going to work. and I got a little further each time, but I was like, no, this is just not worth my time. So I didn't even
Yeah.
try Maxine, and but I heard it's coming to cable or streaming, so I'll see it. Try
Yeah,
it.
it's weird because the first movie is about these bunch of teenagers going to a cabin to shoot a porno.
Yep.
And then they are attacked by an elderly couple.
Yep.
The second movie apparently is about the elderly woman
Yes.
and her youth, and then
Yes.
Maxine is about like a different timeline or like a different like it's like it's somewhere in that timeline. Like it's really from what I understand, it's like it's kind of confusing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
huh.
Well, and I've heard
Okay.
people that review movies and they're horror fans and stuff, and they were really down on like the director guy. They were like, dude, we gave you this opportunity and you fucking screwed it up. So I was like, yo, if they're upset, man, I might not make it through this movie either. But at least if it's got sort of like the 80s nostalgia vibe, I might be able to latch on and just sort of run with it. But I don't know. We'll see.
It's interesting that you bring up X because I don't remember what I was reading about, but I went down a rabbit hole and I actually stumbled upon X recently, and I'm like, where the fuck was I? What the fuck was I doing to find that? Anyway,
probably something about Mia Goth because she's become
I guarantee
sweetheart person now for some reason.
Yes, because I think she was Infinity Pool, I think is what I was looking at. Infinity Pool, yeah, and because it's Alexander Skarsgård, and I was like looking at that movie, and then it has Mia Goth, which led me to X.
With X, yeah, and X is really interesting because it's really well shot. Like it's really like it takes you to like the 70s. Like it has a 70s vibe. Like this is definitely a 70s, late 70s, early 80s, like Friday the 13th. Like it looks old, it feels old, but it has great cinematography. The story's kind of like whatever, it's kind of like this is a horror movie, but like visually, you're like, God damn, this just looks great. And then you go into Pearl, and it's like this looks like they filmed it in somebody's shed. It's not working for me. So
they filmed it on a shoe.
Yeah, it just it's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
No.
That's all. It's not good.
Apparently, Mia Goth is really good in it, though.
Oh, I would not agree with that. I was saying, because if she was good, I would have hung with it. Because she's Dorothy in this Wizard of Oz thing, and I'm like, no, she's not. She's kind of like Sydney Sweeney to me, right? Like, she's there in the film, but you don't really care unless her tits are hanging out. Like that's it. Like I saw somebody. I've seen Sydney Sweeney in a few things now, and she just does not pop off the screen again, unless her tits are out. Like that's the value of Sydney Sweeney, as far as I can see, because that's all everybody talks about. Hey, did she get naked? I'm like, okay, she's clearly valueless. She has nothing going on. That's just what it is, man. Like I saw a movie this year called Immaculate with her in it. This horror movie about basically about the Antichrist or whatever. And she has one really good, like intense, oh damn, she was all in on that. That was really crazy, except that it wasn't really much for her to do other than scream and cry. The rest of the film, she's just kind of absorbed by everything that's around her, all the scenery and everything. Like she does nothing to stand herself out. And of course she was in Madam Web and she did nothing, like absolutely nothing.
Wow.
So I don't know. I don't get the Sydney Sweeney, and I don't really get the Mia Goth. I think Mia probably has chops, but she needs to be directed well, and then she can kind of bring it. But I have not seen the Sydney Sweeney chops.
Apparently, Mia is going to be in the Del Toro Frankenstein movie.
Oh yeah, I knew she was in something that was coming up that was like a big deal. Yeah,
Christoph Waltz is in it, so maybe it won't be. I'm kind of interested because I do like
dude,
him.
Christian Bale is in it.
Yeah, Christian Bale, Oscar.
That means
Oscar
nothing.
Isaac.
It means nothing. Y'all seen Cowboys and Aliens? Who's in that?
Christian Bale's not in that.
No, but Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford are in that.
Oh, and
Yeah, but that's
But they're both
a,
A-listers, and that movie sucked.
yeah.
are you just? But you could have said that about any movie with A-listers and a movie that
Yeah,
sucks.
there's
That's
plenty
my
of
point.
movies
My
that-
point
Okay,
is,
I
but
get
I'm
what
saying
you're
that
there's
they're
A-listers in it don't mean I'm been good.
sure, but what it does mean is they're giving it the old college try versus like pulling some dude off the street. Hey, you want to play Frankenstein?
Speaking of Del Toro, that feels like any monster movie. Now they just pull somebody up and they go, "Hey, want to play the new Dracula?"
Nicolas Cage. There you go.
But listen.
They
That
already
movie
did
was
that.
that movie was terrible. But damn, I wish there was more of Nick Cage. And
Yeah, that was a
Renfield?
huge bait and switch movie. It's like, hey, we're
Yeah.
gonna give you a movie about Dracula starring Nicolas Cage. Awesome. Also, most of the movie is going to be Aquafina. No,
Yeah.
no.
I didn't even realize she
No.
was in it. I knew Nicholas Holt
Yeah.
was in it,
Yeah.
but I didn't see
Yeah.
that movie.
The story is
don't-
primarily her and Holt.
Yeah, that was the worst part about it. And I don't really mind Aquafina all that much. She's annoying, but she doesn't really bother me. But that was a huge bait and switch for that movie.
Yeah. Is she even in? Is she in the trailer? I don't recall.
I don't
think
know.
she's in it, but she's not in it like as if she's a featured character.
Yeah.
And I mean, in fairness, it's called Renfield, so it's not really about Dracula. It's about Renfield.
Yeah.
But when it's about Renfield and
Yeah.
Aquafina,
Yeah, it's more Redfield and Aquafina
and
than
it falls off.
Renfield and Dracula.
Yeah.
So actually, I did see Del Toro's Pinocchio recently. That movie is terrifying. Don't watch it. It's
I don't find that guy's stuff
creepy.
to be that amazing.
I find it. I mean, I find it fun.
Sure, I can give you
So-
fun, but I don't get the hype put on him. Kind of like Zack Snyder. Like, it's okay, but I'm not seeing where the hype is building. Do you know what I mean? Like that people get so hyped about it.
I think he just does. He's able to do a lot, if that makes sense. Like he did Hellboy, Pacific
yeah.
Rim. Like he's very versatile, and I guess that's what
Oh, yeah, ish.
I think that's what people get excited about. Is it's like, oh, what can Del Toro do next?
Yeah, but
And
I
See,
guess what he did
I'm with you, Bianca. I didn't
previously-
even realize.
But I think the problem that I have is that like when you say, hey, what can you do next? I'm like, yeah, but what's he really done so far? Like
Pinocchio,
it's okay. Like
Troll
even
Hunter, Shape of
like first of
Water.
all, I don't really like the Hellboy movies. They're not that great.
thank you.
Pacific. I mean, they're just not. They're okay. And Ron Perlman is great in the role.
Yeah,
but,
they're
like,
fine.
The movies are just not. They're just
Isn't there
not.
a new one?
There's a new one coming, yeah, but it's not.
Well, there was
it's
the
not
new
Del Toro.
one, and then there's the new one.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
the David
There
Harbour,
was
and then there's
Ron
the new
Perlman
one.
one,
Then David Harbour,
David
Yeah.
Harbour, and now
and
there's
now the new
another
guy
one.
Yeah.
who I didn't even
But-
know that was like going to be a thing.
But the two
No.
recent ones are not Del Toro. He's not. He has
Yeah.
nothing to do with them. He did Pacific Rim, which was again, it was like it's okay. Like okay.
See, I really liked Pacific Rim though, but
Like it's
that,
fine, but it's not.
it filled my
not bad,
monster. my
Shape of
kaiju movie.
Water is like that's a super weird thing with.
Well,
Chip
that's just
weird.
banging fish dudes.
well,
Yeah,
that's
like-
just
Banging
Abe
Fish Dude.
Sapien the movie. That's just
Yeah,
Abe Sapien the
mhm.
movie.
Sure.
That's
Well,
all
it's
that
Creature
is.
from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, like that's all it is.
I get it. I know what it is, but like it's like this is weird. Like I don't know. It's okay, but it's like I'm never gonna watch it again. So again, I don't
Right.
quite get like the hold that like his fans have on what he's doing because I'm not seeing that.
Sure. No,
That's all. That's all. Like
Yeah.
I'm not tearing what he does down, but I'm just not seeing like where's the grandeur that I'm missing. I'm not sure what I'm missing.
I think he's
So-
just he attaches his name to something scary and horror fans eat it
Yeah,
up or
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
anything. And that's
Sure,
fine.
yeah,
I did
yeah.
like that. What was the what did he do? Cabinet of Curiosities. I like some of those.
Oh
Those are pretty
man, those
good.
were so up and but he didn't do all of those. So in fairness, that's not
No,
him.
he didn't. No.
He just was like the crypt keeper for those things.
yeah.
Yeah.
But some of those were hit and miss, and then but I hated scary stories to tell in the dark. I thought that was
Yeah, that was bad.
absolutely terrible.
That was bad.
Like,
Yeah.
and it was sad too because those books scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Like, thought the artwork was horrifying, and then they made it look like the books, and then it was just some kind of weird goosebumpy type
Yeah,
thing, and I was like,
yeah.
no, give me an R-rated hard, because we're all adults now. When those books came out, now we're all adults. Give us a hard R on it and just have fun with it. And
No,
instead
you
they
know
made-
what? You know what? My daughter, 7, just discovered the Goosebumps books.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
And
when
I'm
she's
super
supposed to
excited.
discover them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
they're great.
But she was like, is there a movie? And I was like, I think
There's
is.
a bunch of movies.
There is. There's a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was like, I don't know if you can watch them though. So don't take.
No, those
Here
are.
I am thinking like it's a kid movie, and I'm like, sit down and watch this. And then she's like,
I
you
mean,
know,
it's
traumatized for
here's the thing. Here's the problem with a lot of horror stuff is everything is contextual to the child.
Yeah.
Because there are some children who will freak out and piss their pants at ET, and there are some
Mhm.
kids who are watching The Walking Dead and watching dudes getting their faces eaten,
Yeah.
and they don't care.
There was
Right.
a kid
Like how
at
I
the
was.
time that I swear was like 6, which is fair because I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 3 when I was 6. But anyway, the mom brings the kid over and she's like, "This is the guy from the movie we watched, the House of a Thousand Corpses. He's the killer." And the kid's like,
Yeah, if you go to horror show, that's the thing. And Chad,
Yeah.
you were just at a horror show. If you go to a
What?
horror show, there are kids everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're
Oh, yeah.
just like Michael and Jason and Freddy.
Yep.
Now, we don't know how much they've actually seen, but they at least are aware enough to be like, I'm Jason Voorhees,
Right.
you know.
apparently, this
And
one watched 1,000 Corpses. Even he was like, there was a little girl that
Oh.
was probably 4, and she was terrified of the
4.
demon Ramen McDonald. So,
I mean, I
yeah,
would be
like,
scared
he
of
kept
Ronald
trying to
McDonald
like
as well.
get her to come to him, which is probably a bad thing. Like, you know, like the mom's like, "Go," and the kid's like, "Nah," and she's like, "Oh, it's fine."
I
It's
will.
like this giant demon.
I will
Anyway.
say though, with the Goosebumps movies, because there's many. There's like Werewolf of Fever Swamp. In fact, there's the guy that I bought Erotic Night of the Living Dead had the VHS copies of the Goosebumps movies. So there's like Say Cheese and Die, the Dummy one, the Blob one, all kinds of those. And so some of them are hit and miss when it comes to like scare factor. Like I thought Werewolf of Fever Swamp was scary, and then also the Mask one. And then there's the one with Jack Black, the Goosebumps movie with Jack Black, and then there's the sequel movie, which I think has Jack Black, which is based on the series Goosebumps and not like the individual stories. And then there's the TV show that just came out, and that was not particularly good. So yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of
So
Goosebumps
which ones
stuff.
do you guys recommend that she watches? She's
The
7.
classic ones.
The what ones?
Watch the one with Jack Black in it.
Yeah.
Isn't there a you said there's a TV show? Isn't there a TV show?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
on.
there was a TV show.
It's on Disney, I think, and it's not particularly good. And
Okay.
then go to the classic.
Yeah, but
the
kids don't know
classic
what's
ones,
good. They
so.
just are there for the.
Kids don't
Correct.
know
They
what's good.
honestly don't know what's good. They
Sure.
don't.
I mean, you could
No.
put it on. I don't know. Like Tom said, it's subjective, like based on the kid. So
Most
I
of it
guess
though is going to probably be okay for her.
Yeah.
Like in the context of what's okay, it's most of it's probably going to be okay.
it's all
Okay.
child friendly. Like,
Okay.
Yes,
it's not like the werewolves are eating people and body parts and corpses and all that kind of stuff. So
Good to know.
it's just
Yeah.
more like boo is kind of
Yeah.
what it is than anything else.
Yeah, it's not like me
I-
where I was watching Friday the 13th, fucking.
Oh,
you
I
know,
was.
too young and literally scaring myself to death.
Yeah.
But having to be cool and like, let's
Mhm.
watch it again.
Alien
and,
was-
and just desensitizing myself to that stuff at way too young an age.
My mom put on Alien for me.
You know what's funny about Alien was my first time I ever watched a movie on VHS.
Still haven't
Right.
seen it.
So VHS was new. Video cassette recorders were new. My dad had one, and our babysitter had rented a bunch of stuff. Alien was one of them, right? So she
As
puts
you
in
would.
Alien. I don't know how old I am. Maybe 10, something like that. So she puts it in, and I'm really bored, kind of, because it's kind of a slow movie until
Well,
things
yeah.
happen at the end, and I'm
Yeah.
too young to understand what's going on. But when it was over, there was another movie that I wanted to watch. I don't remember what it was, but we had something else. When it was over, she was like, well, wait, hold on a second. We have to rewind it. And I was like, is it going to take 2 hours to rewind it too? Like that was my big like. No, I don't want that.
I feel that.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's
the
like, "Nah,
movie
it's like
that
30 seconds. Don't worry.
the movie that I would and I will admit this that scared me when I was a child was the movie Fear.
Hmm.
Do you remember that movie? That's fine. It had Ashton Kutcher in it, and there's a scene where the dog gets its head cut off and like pushed through the door, the doggy door, and like falls down. And I think Ashton Kutcher's the killer in it.
Spoiler
And
alert.
Spoiler
I
alert.
don't remember that.
sorry, I mean it wasn't obvious from when you watched the trailer.
30 years ago.
2023,
Right.
1996. Which Fear is this?
I
1996.
don't know. Let me
I'm gonna
look
say
it up.
1996.
Well, the one with Ashton Kutcher in it.
I think it was Ashton Kutcher. It's one of them.
Mark Wahlberg.
No,
Reese
it was Mark
Witherspoon,
Wahlberg,
Alyssa
not
Milano.
Ashton
That one.
Kutcher.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember Ashton Kutcher.
No,
That
it's
would
Mark.
probably be the
It's Mark
2020.
Wahlberg.
Nicole
Shows how
met
much I
handsome,
actually
charming,
remember that movie
affectionate
now.
David. He was everything. It seemed perfect, but soon she sees that David has a darker side.
Yes, that movie. That movie
You
actually
can read
scared
me
me,
anytime. Keep going.
and I hate saying that, but I will admit it. That yeah. Oh, and it had Reese Witherspoon in it as well.
Well, we had when
Yeah.
cable became a thing, a friend of
Thank
mine had cable, so like HBO, and we would watch. We would have sleepovers on the weekend. We would just endlessly watch HBO, and it was like Poltergeist and just like stuff that we can't go to see in the theater.
Mhm.
So it was a fucked up period,
Mhm.
very fucked up period. Yeah.
So growing up, my sister's 18 months older than I am, and she has this friend named Megan. And Megan loved horror and still loves horror and still will do the craziest BS, like break into like old broken down asylums that like you can get arrested for going in there, and like takes her camera and goes around this by herself at night, right? So she still does crazy stuff. But anyway, so when we were kids, they would have a sleepover, and of course my mom would convince them to take me with them. So I was mostly left out, but we'd always watch movies, and Megan always picked the movie. And I had to be 8 years old, and we watched Pet Sematary.
Mhm.
And it fundamentally changed both my sister and I, because now my sister cannot sleep with the lights off ever, because the whole scene with Gage from under the bed when he has like the scalpel with the Achilles tendon. And then of course you look at me, I'm like, I need to write horror, thanks. So thank you, Megan, for
I
changing us.
watched Friday the 13th Part 2. Right, and so there's a scene at the end. Again, spoiler alert. It's 40 years old, but spoiler alert.
Yeah.
There's a scene at the end where the chick is like sitting on a bed, and then Jason comes blasting through the window to get her. Right. So I, in my infinite wisdom, apparently karma got me. I had just rearranged my room, like all my furniture,
Oh no.
and my bed was directly under the window. So when I laid down, the window was right here,
Yeah.
and I mean, it literally, I was laying in bed sweating. I was in such a panic, and I had to completely change my room from all that. So yeah.
I
See,
didn't
those
think that the
movies-
Goosebumps movie with Jack Black and it was bad.
Oh.
I just think that they're a hit, and I think the movies and the I didn't think the TV show was very good. Oh.
Well,
No, it's
I mean, there was so much stuff that came out TV shows. It was just bad. I mean, it was we're just throwing stuff against the wall, and
Yeah.
I mean, there was stuff like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes cartoons. And, I mean,
Yeah.
just horrible, nonsensical. Why does this exist?
Kitty.
Stuff.
Anyway,
Kitty.
all right. Well, you ready? It's 9:30, so it's that time again.
No, Chris, I will keep talking.
There's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes Nintendo game.
I know that.
Original
I did not
NES
see the
game.
movie. I need to see the movie.
Yay! I lived today. Damn it! I lived today. Wait, no, I can't. I gotta go over.
Kitty.
I got my
What's the kitty's
my
name?
books.
This is Enzo. He thinks he's all that.
You gonna
So,
pull
I
those
said-
sheets off? Or are you gonna
Yeah,
send
I'm
them
gonna-
that way?
Yes, I'm gonna send these like I'm like a unprofessional asshole.
He's a pain in the ass. He just was crying outside my door like
You'd be surprised. Some people are just like, I'm not tearing that stuff off. It's
I
just
do-
extra protection for the book.
Which is sad because it's really easy to take off. Like it's not. It doesn't. It takes like 2 seconds.
Who's
And
that?
I do it to John Westhoff though. Like I will leave the paper on just to troll him. So I just mail it to him.
Bakery.
But see,
I
you
don't
could
even
mail
know.
them with like, you could personalize all your books and just be like, thank you for whatever, blah, blah, blah.
My cat is just in
Right.
shock because he's not
I
allowed.
could draw a penis on all of them. Be like,
But yeah, well, you just draw a big fish, you know.
red.
Draw. What you have to do is like, you know, because people are into remarks, right? You
Mhm.
have to come up with like a quick fish that you can just be like, whoosh, 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 and then sign your name, you know, like through his gills or something.
The
that you get
Jesus fish.
yeah, or like a Jesus fish. Yeah, you can just do that. Whoosh, whoosh, 2 swooshes, and then sign your name through the middle of it. Yeah.
Jesus loves you.
You
fish.
can't get down because you'll eat everything. No. All right.
All right.
And
So
then you
let's-
charge $1 for that signature, but all the other signatures are free.
Sorry.
right. On a
If you just want
fancy one.
normal signature, it's fine. But if you want the Jesus fish, it's $1.
Next Kickstarter campaign, Jesus fish signature is $1.
Anyway, all right. So, Lori,
Carissa really wants us out of here, guys. Let's go.
Yeah,
No.
she wants to go.
Yeah,
All right.
Lori
Lori Calcaterra, you can find.
gotta go.
No, unfortunately, I have to go.
Yeah,
but
it's
I'm gonna do
sad.
the
He's
closing
like,
thing.
I have to go, and nobody will let me. So yeah. So
I am.
Yeah.
Listen, I am a grown man. I am perfectly good. I am perfectly capable of hitting the leave studio button. It's Tom that keeps me here because I like listening to him
Tom
talk
is
about
the only
movies.
reason why we all show up. We don't.
I'm gonna go live after this and just start talking about movies and tag you every 30 seconds. Your entire notification will just be like, Tom mentioned you. Tom mentioned you. Tom mentioned you. Tom mentioned you.
There you go. So,
I have to
Lori,
respond to every single.
Lori, any news that you want to share or tell anybody where to find you or stalk you?
I ordered t-shirts today. I'm gonna be making the t-shirts myself. I got some new hat designs coming because that's how I roll. And also, if you want to get the digital version of the Path of the Pale Rider trade paperback 1 through 4, it is up on my website. So www.pathofthepalerider.com. If you go to the shop, you can download the digital trade paperback. It is there. Physical copies, if you want those trade paperbacks, you can order them from the ASAP Imagination website. That's where you get them. And they deliver internationally. So they ship international. So it's great. Catch me tomorrow on the Tuesday Morning Brew. John Westhoff will be on.
Fuck.
Sorry.
I gotta
It's
watch.
Monday. I just realized it's Monday. I mean, I'm here, so I should know it's Monday, but yeah.
Tuesday Morning Brew tomorrow. John Westhoff. We're going to be talking about his new series, LCS, which is actually really cool. I am one of the few people that got to preview the whole issue, so I know all the twists and turns. It's pretty good. And then Wednesday, I'll have the whatchamacallit, the Anyone World Showcase. Tuesday night, Carissa and I are going to be on the new show of Mice and Wolves with JD and Rob. They're going to try a new thing, and I guess we're guinea pigs, so that'll be fun. And then Wednesday night, I'm doing a launch party, so I'm just fucking streaming all week. Well, let's be honest. I'm streaming Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 2 shows tomorrow, 2 shows on Wednesday. And then don't talk to me for Thursday and Friday. I'm going to be doing work.
I just don't talk to Lori.
So I'll
on the
message you on
weekend.
Thursday about something.
Yeah. I
Oh,
will too.
great, Tom.
I have a couple of pictures I need you to take a look at.
Tuesday, I'm going to be reading Carissa's new script, and I'm going to be at the library using equipment at the makerspace for reasons. Because I leveled up and I learned a new skill, so I'll be doing that.
I probably should have had Chad go first. I just realized that.
And I'm
sorry,
done.
Chad. Chad's like, I have
And
to
I'm
go. I
spent.
was like, so Lori, what do you got going?
I'm fine.
So then, and then, I'm kidding.
Go ahead, Chad.
Well, no, I don't want to do it now.
What are you, Tom? Just
You
do
can't
it.
follow. You can't follow that. You can't follow that. I mean,
No,
that's-
I can't. All right, so I guess I can.
And then,
I already showed it. I got set the
And
hook,
then,
everything, all the
no,
prints
and then.
in.
it's so pretty.
These will be shipped out this weekend because I got all the shipping supplies and everything. I'm very excited. It turned out absolutely beautiful. And then I will be back issue 2 is currently in production, so I'll have some updates for that this week, some pencils and everything. And then join me 8 p.m. with C. Michael Lanning on RSVP, where we just talk about stuff and things.
Kind of like this.
Stole our
Kind
idea.
of like this, yes.
Because we're stuffing things.
Yeah, but we're things and stuff.
Yeah, the only thing you don't have on that show is me, though.
It's not updated.
Right.
Hit
That's what's
refresh.
missing.
I know.
Trying to
yeah,
see
I was
ingredient.
Apparently, I have like 50 things.
I will bring you on, Tom. I'll be like, hey,
There we
see,
go.
we're all talking.
I'm always
Tom
good to
now,
cause
too.
trouble. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
There
And
we
I
go.
like
That's
it
better.
when you cause trouble. But Tom, do you
Rolling
want to do
along.
your thing?
Yeah, we're I've been fulfilling 3 Kickstarters at the same time. I will be done this week. We're officially done with Critter and Ursa Minor, and I'm just wrapping up the remainders for Princesses versus Zombies. So we'll be absolutely caught up with shipping this week on all those books. The Camp Drive-In book goes to the printer probably the end of this week, so we'll be shipping those on
Woohoo.
time in August in a couple of weeks. That'll be great. And if you were part of the BD 14 anthology that me and Lori did, you'll have your surveys for that stuff next week, and it's
Yay.
mostly done. So I think we're probably going to have that out pretty much on time for like October-ish.
Yay.
So, keep your eyes open for all of that stuff. And then we are going to have a special surprise campaign launching in September. So we'll talk about that maybe on Lori's show, because we'll be launching it right around that time.
Hurrah!
Yeah,
Exclusive.
September 3rd is when I'm
True.
on Lori's show, but then I'll by that time I will have determined the launching point for this surprise campaign.
Tom's
No.
like, will I have the
You're
pre-launch
fine.
page up? Probably not. However,
You're finally doing sexy fireman calendars.
I can confirm nor deny.
You're doing a Big Dog Inc. calendar.
I am planning on doing a sexy zombie girl calendar at some point. Maybe even a pinup of Dwayne Fink in there. That would be fun.
I have joked around about doing a sexy fish calendar for Set the Hook. So
We've talked about this sexy fish.
I know, and I need to get you the script, and I need to get everything ready for it. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting to like get all this shipped out, and then I'll be,
Yeah. I feel you.
that's kind of
Chad, you do know there is a magazine called Total Carp, right?
No.
Well,
What?
That's all I'm saying. You can go
I'm
do
gonna
the rest of
Google
that
that.
work. Total Carp
Is
magazine.
it legitimate or is it like,
It's just called
It's just a
Total
bunch
Carp.
of
it's
people catching
legitimate.
carp and taking pictures of carp.
Yeah, it's sexy.
No,
It's sexy carp.
I
It's
had
sexy
to
carp.
go. I had to go Google that, Tom, just to see.
They're all on there. They're all
Wow.
hanging off their lines. It's sexy carp.
I need to become like, I need to get on there
Don't
and
do
promote
not.
stuff.
I'm looking at it, and you will give them all of your money.
I will, yeah, but
That's the
I
problem.
won't make any money. I'll just give them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a problem. Wow, look at that fucking fish.
Oh, they don't stop growing.
That thing
Like
is
carp
as
don't start
big as
growing.
like a
Carp don't stop.
like a platter.
Nope.
Like a
Hashtag
dinner
carp
platter.
don't stop.
Carp
Like the
don't-
platter that you serve your turkey on. It's that wide. It's like
Yep,
it's
they're fun to catch too. I like catching them.
all right. I don't know what my kids are doing, but they're doing something that probably shouldn't be because there's way too much noise coming out from that room next to me.
I'm usually more
Oh.
nervous when the kids are quiet.
Yeah, same.
No, because they found the whistle, so there was no quiet today.
All right, I'll
They're
see
in
you
the
guys
bathroom,
later.
the water is running, and I'm concerned.
Oh,
They sound like they're wrestling.
They got a carp up there.
they joined Total Carp.
What's going on? Where did you get this fish?
They send you free caviar with every subscription. Here you go. Hatch your own eggs.
Hatch your own carp.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, no, you've piqued my interest again. Oh, you could get a carp mug. You could get a Total Carp mug. I don't wanna buy
No.
this.
The only thing I'm
Dad,
hoping is that in the
hello?
middle there's a centerfold of somebody's fish. Like that's
You
the only
need
thing
to
I'm hoping
send
for.
out Swedish fish.
I should send out Swedish fish. I
Are
should
there
do
gummy
that.
fish?
Yeah,
Let's go
Swedish
to
fish or gummy
Amazon.
fish.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
There's gummy worms to catch.
They
the
also
worms.
make gummy sharks.
Oh, I
I
need
actually
that.
used to, are those the ones with the white belly? Because I like.
Yeah,
those.
they're like blue and
What are you
white. Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. But anyway, so chat had to go like 37 minutes ago.
No, it doesn't.
So-
Listen, shut up. We're talking
Alright.
about Total Carp now. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't have to go anywhere.
I'm a
Well,
little concerned.
there
I have
are
changed the
silicone
dynamic.
molds. Hey, there's silicone. I can't talk anymore. My kids are making so much noise. I'm concerned. There are koi fish, carp, silicone molds, so you can make your own hard candy and gummies.
You are
Again,
just
that's
making
something for
me-
you to do, Lori. The rest of us will just buy gummies.
I don't see any though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but we can't put pot in those ones. Like if we can tell
I-
Lori to make, fill them.
I mean,
You could just
know.
sprinkle it. Again, we'll give you the.
and
just
again,
sprinkle it
I
on.
live in Texas where pot is not legal, so I'll have to come to Michigan
Oh, that is
and
true.
visit
will
you
have to.
two and work on the gummies there.
You were in Michigan. Well, yeah, but we were all busy when you were in Michigan. So
No, she didn't get to Michigan.
I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't
remember
go?
That? No, were you not here that week?
I don't know. I
That
don't.
was
think
Chad's
so.
missing episode.
I think you were
Yeah.
missing. So I was silent for 99% because I was so fucking grumpy. That whole IT outage that happened that hit the airports.
Oh,
My first flight was canceled and I rebooked it, and then they canceled the second flight after I was sitting at the gate, and they were like, "We don't have a pilot for this flight." And then they let us sit there for 10 more minutes and then canceled that one. And just the line to rebook was like all the way down the hall and around the corner. And I went on the website. They didn't give me an option to rebook. And I went to cancel and the site crashed while I was canceling. So then I had to call and request a refund, which I finally got today. That is my experience with that. I was really grumpy. I sat there
Called
and
me.
did
I would have
not
picked you
talk.
up.
So I didn't get to go see my brand new nephew. And now school's going to start. They have meet the teacher on this Friday. So
Oh.
school starts on Tuesday next week here in Texas. So I don't know when I get to go see my nephew. He'll be giant by the time I get there, and I'm going to be mad.
Well, when you're here, let us know, and we'll meet up.
All right. I won't have a car. That's the problem.
I
I
will.
would
We will
take
come
you,
to
but it
you.
would take me about 2 days to get there. So
To Michigan.
Where in
to
Michigan?
Bryan. My brother?
Yeah.
My parents are in Farmington. My brother's in Grosse Pointe.
So you're over by Detroit.
Yeah, it would be flying into Detroit. Yes.
You're like 30 minutes away from me.
Yeah, Royal Oak is not far.
Yeah, you're not very far from me.
There's some martial arts schools in Royal Oak that I like to go to. So every now and again, I'll make it out there.
Yep.
I don't see gummy carp on Amazon, and I'm very disappointed.
I'm trying not to. I know Lori told me don't spend any money on carp stuff, and I'm trying really hard not to.
Don't do it.
I won't. They got all kinds of books.
But seriously, I'm gonna have to go because my kids are
Yeah,
screaming.
Carper's dozen. All right, I'll talk to you
Bye.
guys later. All right, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Carissa, we love you.
lies.
How is it lies? You know you're loved.
I know. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Anyway, hi Tom.
All right.
So I'm just going to. I sent out the link.
Yep.
This is mine, and apparently I picked 18 days, which is usually what I like to do. So I have 17 days left, which is nice.
Plenty of
And-
time.
Yeah, and then I have an extra cover this time because Fabio, who did an amazing job, it's not his fault. I did not tell him that it was actually a nurse this time, and he was nice enough to strip her and put that on for her. So, yeah. So we have an extra one. We have internal pages, but there's like 1,000 fucking tears. But I wanted to show my new plushies that they're actually pre-ordered. That's why it says separately, but I got in trouble from Kickstarter because I had it say pre-order, and they were against that. I was not allowed to use that term. So,
Yeah, that's dumb.
but I don't get it because technically, isn't everything everyone buys
Everything is a
pre-order?
pre-order. Yeah,
Yeah,
everything is a
so
pre-order.
mine aren't. So I have to say that because everyone knows that my shit gets mailed in 7 days.
All you
So-
got to do is just say, don't say pre-order, just say ships when
Yeah.
something like that. We'll ship when, available or whatever. Something. Like
Yeah. Something like that.
People will understand. Ship separately. Yeah. They'll
Yeah,
understand.
So my new ones, which is this one I'm holding, is my Hellhound I ordered, and my Chatty I ordered, which is my Chameleon Vampire Bats. They are commercially made, and they should. I have to say they are not the best at shipping. So, but it should be here by November. Hopefully sooner. I don't normally like to put anything on here that isn't in stock, but I know 3 people that wanted it, so I was like, well, fuck it. So there you go. So anyway, Search Worthy Chaos on Kickstarter. I have all these. Well, I only have one left now because someone just bought them all, but I have metal trading cards that I love metal trading cards. I'm going to do a metal it's not, I guess it's still a trading card, but it's going to have a back, so it's going to have like the stats of the creatures for the Western. So, and by the way, so I understand this is a really good picture. However, I don't know what it is, but on Globex, this has no words, and apparently you don't need it. Every week it's getting 4,000 to 7,000 views, page views. I don't know why. Fishnet stockings must be in. I don't know. Anyway, so you could check this out if you want to see the pictures on Globex. This week in 7 days, it was 6.8 thousand page reads, 500 and something readers, and 345 new followers. Really? Or favorites? I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is. Anyway, yeah. So that's it. I don't want to talk about myself anymore. But anyway, so Tom, what movie do I have to watch this week? I gotta write this shit down.
I don't know. Was there something we told you to watch?
I still have to watch Alien, and you guys gave me an order.
Yeah.
Which one am I skipping? 3?
Well, Alien, yeah, you watched because there's the Alien movie that's coming out takes place between Alien and Aliens. So
Right.
if you watch Alien, the first one,
Right.
you could then watch the movie in the theater, the new one, because that takes place in between. And then you could watch Aliens afterwards, because that's the actual theoretical order.
When does this come out now?
Comes out next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
All right, I can do that. That's
Yeah.
my homework then. I will go, well, not this weekend, next week. Since it's not, so I got to watch Aliens by the end of this weekend so that I could watch Alien. To me, like, it's really weird that it just has an S on it, and that's the next one. Like, it's still like, because I always like, oh, I have to watch that movie. And yeah, I just put an S on the end of whatever. But anyway, so I'll do that. And then there's no shark movies for me to watch. There's a lamb killer movie that I want to watch.
There is a movie that came out, a shark movie. I can't think of what it was called. It's terrible. It's just another shitty thing. I think it's called Shark Attack. Hold on a second.
Really?
I just saw it the other day and I was like, what the fuck is this? So hold on. But yeah, it's just like another dumb sci-fi channel thing. It's called Shark Warning.
Shark Warning.
Yeah, and it's terrible. It's just terrible. So don't worry about it. So the answer is no. There's no shark. There is a shark movie that's coming later in the year. I can't think what that one's called either, but I think that one's actually going to be in theaters, maybe. So it might be
really
a level up. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I know there is one more that's kind of been like, I didn't even hear of Shark Warning. I don't know what that is, but there is another one that was being marketed when Under Paris was happening. and they were like, yeah, Under Paris is happening, and then there's like another one coming like later. So I was like, oh, all right, there's another one, fine, whatever.
Interesting. All right.
But yeah,
Sure. why
otherwise I
not?
would say no.
Oh yeah, and I have to alert everybody that's watching that we still have not found Big Shark. It's a disappointing week every time we don't get the shark movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching to see if he's even touring anywhere with it.
Nothing.
And I can't find anything right
It's
now.
not
So,
showing in any other country because I get VPN just so we could watch it.
not that I'm aware of. I mean, every time I do a search for it, it comes up with just like the trailer and general information.
The guy's such a tease.
Yeah. So I mean, it could mean that he's negotiating the rights to get it streaming somewhere. If he's not showing it, that could be a good thing. That means that he's doing something with it.
So there's still hope.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
It is weird that it just hasn't leaked somehow.
No,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, they have movies that are not even set a release date for like 2 years from now, and somebody leaks it somewhere.
Yeah.
But
like the Fantastic Four, there was a Fantastic Four trailer at San Diego Comic-Con, and that got leaked. Wow. Not official, like, hey, here it is, but like somebody had it on their camera,
Yeah.
So like that got leaked and it's out there. But Big Shark
somebody has this movie, Tom. They are holding out.
Oh, I agree.
So we just have to shout it every day, every week. We're gonna say, bring us our Big Shark.
Yeah, give me the Big Shark. I'll trade you BDI swag comics. I got I'll get you a ton of merch.
You heard it here, people.
I just need the movie.
Bring Big Shark and you get BDI March. That's what you want, merch.
That's right.
I mean, we saw the shark in the middle of the street. I mean, we've seen it. It's there. It's exists.
Real. It's real.
It is real. It's not just a figment of Tom's imagination. It is out there somewhere. So I'm going to watch Shark Warning anyway. I'm going to watch this. It can't be as bad as Cocaine Shark. So,
well, I mean, it's just from the description of it, it just seems like a really ordinary, like, hey, people are at the beach and there's a shark, and like it doesn't seem to have a twist of any kind. Like we see all these ghost sharks and doll shark. Like it's just like, hey, there's a shark. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I want to watch a shark movie a week and I'm behind. So
yeah, I haven't seen one in a while. I think the last one I saw was Under Paris, and that was about a month ago now. So yeah, I've been watching too much else stuff. I've been on the X-Files. I just got through season 5, so I'm rolling into season 6.
Which one? X-Files? Yeah.
X-Files, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been watching that.
Have you seen? You've seen it before, though.
No, I don't think I have.
What?
I've seen.
The day it came on TV.
I did too, but I know there was a point where I stopped. I stopped the religious, watching like the every Friday night. So there's parts of it that I remember, and like season 6 takes up right after the first movie, so I know where I am in the story. But like a lot of season 5, I did not remember at all. So either I just literally didn't remember, or I never saw it. And I don't know what it is. So, but it's kind of cool because it's like, hey. This is like new to me because I don't remember any of it.
I can't remember 6 except for Arcadia. I actually love that episode. I don't know why. It's just funny to me. It's just very funny. It's when they pretend to be married and Mulder's like, go in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Like it's just like hysterical. It cracks me up. I love that whole monster they had and all that shit. But yeah, as for Cocaine Shark, there was no cocaine in the movie, so I don't know why it's called Cocaine Shark. It was some pills.
Just to attract.
Yeah. So it was just take some pills and you become the shark.
Okay.
Yeah. So they take, I guess the government is using these people to kill people for them. So they give them these pills and then they don't realize that they turn into the shark. And then that's my guess. If they're either turning into, they're not really clear. They're either turning into the shark, which is the only thing that makes sense, but they somehow get back in the bed. So I don't know. Or they're controlling the shark through their mind because of the pill. But I'm going to go with they're turning into a shark because I can't remember, but it was something they said. I think they had something stuck in their teeth. So they have to be turning into shark. I just don't know how they're winding up back in these beds with no problems whatsoever. Yeah, there's no cocaine. Cocaine is not in pill form. It's some pill they made up. At least I don't think cocaine's in any pill form, but it could be, but it's not. They're giving them something else. I mean, cocaine doesn't normally turn you into the shark, at least to my knowledge, from what I have from what my understanding is.
Yeah, that's not a side effect that I'm
yeah,
aware of.
that's not a normal side effect of that. But anyway, so they turn these people, 2 of them, into sharks to kill who they want to kill, and they target who they want to target. It was very poorly done. So in case you didn't guess, it was pretty poorly done. Like horribly done. It's not as entertaining as Doll Shark was to me, and the still shot they took of the picture and all that fun stuff. Now I'm gonna have to start branching out to other animals. So I'm gonna do this. I don't know if it's a real lamb or not. I think it could be a guy dressed like a lamb, but apparently he's killing things. So I don't know how that goes. I mean, I saw the llama. I'm never gonna I'm scarred for life.
Well, you can
Thanks,
watch
my llama.
you can watch Lake Placid.
I love Lake Placid though.
Okay, good. So Lake Placid is good.
I love that. Was
Anaconda, the first Anaconda.
Is that with John Boyd?
John Boyd. Yep.
Yeah, I like that one. Isn't
That's
there
a good one.
It's the second one,
Oh,
right?
there are many Anacondas, and there are many Lake Placids as well.
I saw 1 and 2, and 2 wasn't as bad as I prepared myself to be. So I had such low expectations that it actually wound up being a pretty good movie because my expectation was so low.
Sure.
I was like, okay, that's not all right. I'll take it. I did not like that chick. She obviously wasn't trying to be Betty White, but I miss Betty White. But I did like that. I need more alligator movies. I do love alligators.
Well, there is Alligator.
Yeah. Isn't there something like was Hunter or so? Wasn't there something like more recent that was in a theater? Predator? Something? Not Predator, but I mean Prey. There's something with an alligator that was in the house that like the place flooded and it went through the house.
Crawl.
Crawl. Yeah, I didn't see that. Is that good?
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's
All
no
right.
big deal.
Free.
But
If it's free and I'm bored.
yeah, it's
I'll
good
watch
enough. It's
Yeah.
good enough. But
Yeah.
yeah, Alligator is Alligators in the Sewers of Los Angeles.
Oh,
And then there's Alligator 2, the mutation.
alligator 2, the rotation.
that one-
Are they actually 2? Like they actually go together?
No, it's Alligator 2, like Alligator, the second movie, the mutation. Yeah. And that, I think that's the one that has oh no, that's not what I'm thinking of. I was thinking there was like a star in that one that was like a big star, but I think I'm wrong. Oh no, I think that one has Al Bundy in it.
Oh my god.
I'm almost positive there's a star in number 2. But they're terrible. They're both terrible movies.
Yeah.
Of
course they are.
And then there's a weird one called Q, the winged serpent from the 80s,
Really?
which is about Quetzalcoatl, the
Wait,
monster Quetzalcoatl.
What a what?
Quetzalcoatl, the winged serpent, the Mayan god.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I might have
that
to
one
add
I
that-
think is on Amazon.
I have Amazon. I got them
it's-
all.
It's an old 80s monster movie. So if you need a weird monster movie thing, you can watch
doesn't?
Q.
Okay. I will watch Q
I have that. I have that on
Prime
Blu-ray.
or something.
And then, we should just go through my Blu-ray collection because I have weird shit. I have weird shit in here.
Every
Carissa.
week you're gonna have to bring me a new movie for my homework to watch.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you probably have a ton. But yeah, I need at least one shark movie a week if I can get through it. Like I have not watched Puppet Shark. I thought it would be like Doll Shark, but they're all puppets, and it
yeah.
literally creeped me out way too much. I couldn't even get through the trailer.
Did you ever see Shark Night?
No.
Okay, that is your homework. Find Shark Night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
It's
this
a leg-
find it like Big Shark, or can I actually
No,
find
no.
it?
It's well, I don't know where it is,
Shark
but
Night.
if
Alright.
you can find Shark Night, it's a very fun.
I'm assuming night like in day and night.
Yes, correct.
Alright.
Yes,
Well, for all I know, it's a shark in metal
in armor. No,
armor. I
no,
don't know.
Shark Night, Night. It's a goofy corny, fun shark movie, but it's got a budget. It's like a real, quote unquote, real movie. It's not a sci-fi film. It's like a
Okay,
real.
I can rent it for Amazon, so I'm gonna rent it from Amazon. $3.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump the shark and do the $3.
I think you'll like it. Again,
Yeah.
it's just a goofy one,
I like
but
Goofy.
it's got a fun, weird little twist to it.
Ooh, fancy.
And there's a bunch of sharks, and people get eaten.
There's
and
a shark too. I'm still stuck on the no cocaine and the cocaine shark one. I
there
don't
are
know if
sharks.
there's
There are
really-
lots of sharks in this
I
movie.
don't even know if there was a shark in the cocaine shark. I know that they turn into sharks, but I don't think you saw them. You just saw things getting teared apart. So don't even quite. It might not have sharks or cocaine in it. I'm not quite sure. I do want to see how they succeed with you told me about. I actually saw the trailer before you said the day you said it, the avalanche shark.
Yep.
So I'm interested to see how they have shark in the snow. So that's something. I'm just gonna have to like go down the list
Your shark
of
night.
the Tubi movies.
Dun.
Oh, look at that! Nice. She looks relaxed. Is that just her head?
That's because she's dead.
Okay, then. Well, that is relaxing. I mean, to be fair, that's pretty less stressful than anything else. So.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Chad was kept messaging me. He's like, I gotta go. I was like, well, then stop talking. Like he was like talking about everything.
I
I'm
got
just
him
like,
totally distracted with Carp Monthly.
He was really excited about carp. And I used to love gummy sharks. So those are the ones I used to get all the time. I actually did not eat gummy bears. They did not do it for me. But
I never liked the white stuff. I think was like marshmallow, wasn't it?
it didn't feel like marshmallow if it was, but if it was, I mean, maybe, I don't know. It wasn't soft like marshmallow. It didn't tear apart like marshmallow. So if
Okay.
it was like in the gelatin.
I
So-
always assumed it was like marshmallow and not a
No.
marshmallow person, so I just avoided them.
No, it wasn't. No, they definitely did not taste like marshmallow. It
Okay.
just tasted like, I don't even know if the white had a flavor. It was different. It was like a solid gelatin, but it wasn't marshmallow.
Okay.
So you know what you got to do? You have to go to those candy shops where you pick your own out.
Yep.
And then you can just like literally take one. Be like,
take one.
taking
Yeah.
one.
I want all of these gummy bears and one
Yeah.
shark.
Yeah, one shark. But don't put them together because the sharks will just go and eat all the bears.
Sure. Yeah. There's a con up here at Traverse City up north, and it's funny because it's at like a spa, like a health spa place, hotel. But in the health spa is a huge candy and ice cream store. I'm like, all right.
They want you to keep coming back because
Apparently so, yeah.
we'll get you
So I
addicted to
always
it.
go up there and get ice cream with Stephanie Menard, but they do have all of the gummy things and just candy by the scoop and
My ex-husband was huge into those candy shops, and I don't like mixing things. I'm the person that has to separate the food like a pain in the butt. But I used to get the gummy sharks, but again, like it's not they're sweet. I mean, I don't think they're pretty solid. I think I only ate like one or two. I can't sit there and eat them.
yeah,
like,
they're big. They're not
Yeah, they're
like
big.
little gummy things. Yeah.
And there was something else I used to get, but I never really ate gummy bears. They were just, but someone was posting some kind of video about how messed up the gummy world is because gummy fish and bears are tiny and then you get this giant worm. So they're like, what's going on in the world of gummy bears?
Yeah, they're like from Dune, like they're riding the worms. Yeah.
They're like from Dune. I never had it, but I have to say it. I mean, to me, they don't go together. But a big thing when I was a kid was the worms and dirt. It was like Oreos.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
never ate that because they don't really. I mean, they don't really go together. I mean, it's like
Yeah, that's weird.
it's not like ice cream. I mean, it's not how you gonna eat that. But yeah, so I kind of did. I did enjoy that, but I'm not that much of a candy person as much as I am like. I prefer ice cream. I'd rather have ice cream.
Yeah,
and-
I mean, I could do either of them, but like, I think the problem with me with that candy stuff is that there's no limitations,
That's what
right?
I'm
It's like,
saying, you can't
hey,
stop.
dude, here's a scoop for get how much candy you can get in the scoop. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, like, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, ridiculous.
I see. That's the thing.
So I
is,
need the
though,
limitation put on me. Like, here's a
Yeah.
bag
I need
know.
like I need to like someone to give me like a little Halloween candy.
Yeah. Like I need just you can have this much.
Yeah, like
Okay, I'll take that much.
somebody at the CreepyCon brought me like one, peanut butter cup, and I was like, that's perfect. That's what I need, just like one or two. If you give me a bag, it's gonna be done. It's gonna be over. And there's a health food store here that has I know it's kind of an oxymoron, but they have these cookies in there. And he only buys like, I don't know why, he only buys like 4, and then it takes a month. So every time I go in, I'd buy like 2 boxes, and then I have to keep going and be like, when are you going to have these damn? Because he's like, why don't you just buy them online? I was like, listen, they only sell in boxes of 6. I can't buy 6 because I will eat 6 boxes. So I have to limit what I buy. I try not to buy candy, and shit like that, because I will eat it till I die. That would be like the death of me. So
I can't have like cookies and stuff because I will just eat a tray of Oreos.
No, my husband used to be like, can you make cookies? And I was like, I can make you a cookie. I'm like, I'll find you a cookie, and that's it. But I can't, because so I'm gluten intolerant now because my body hates me, but sugar is gluten free. So it's a very dangerous. I kind of wish that it wasn't, because it really screws me over. So we will make, and my husband's just as bad as me. He is awful. He's the worst. And I make these muffins that are gluten free, and they're banana bread, but you don't have to put bananas in, because I guess they put it in, because I hate that whole, my banana's got to be red. Like, no, they're disgusting to look at. I don't want your brown fucking things. So I got a box of it, and it was so good. So I make these muffins, and we eat them all. We ate them all. And it's like, first there was a 6 tray. So I'm like, all right, maybe they're really big. We won't eat them all. No, they're gone in like a day and a half. Like, it's just like, if they make it to the next day. So we cannot have sweets in this house. But if we go out, for like dinner, we can get like a dessert. Like, there's a Brazilian, you ever go to those Brazilian restaurants so you eat as much as you want, then you're done, like.
Yeah, they're just like cutting meat off of the skewers.
Yeah, they know us too. It's so expensive, but they know us. Somehow they know us there. But they have the like ultimate key lime pie, and I'm really picky because I don't like a lot of key lime pie. It's either too sour, too sweet, too weird texture. Like, I'm really picky on this freaking key lime pie, but theirs is perfect. And
but for the money you're spending, you need to be powering down that beef.
Yeah. You can
get a key lime pie any other day. You need to be taking like whole skewers of chicken and duck and just.
Well, we usually take the well, we get a free pie. We usually take it to go.
There you go.
If you tell them it's a holiday or an anniversary, they give you this free pie. So it's always something. Always got something going on. But the only thing that I love that place, and this is probably just a Meath problem, but I feel guilty saying no. Like, they look so disappointed when I say no thanks to theirs, because I only like 4 things. Now, my husband will take everything. Whatever comes, he will take it. And for some reason, he has a salad. I'm like, what are you filling up on salad for? That's what they want you to do. He does it every time he eats salad.
Yeah, that's like going to Red Lobster on all-you-can-eat shrimp day and eating the salad and the biscuits. Like, no.
No, you don't do that. That's not how this goes. But yeah, so they keep coming back, and then now they know what I like. So there's this one guy who has like, and it's so good, I'm not gonna lie, it's like Top Prime or something. I don't know what it is. He just keeps coming back. It's like, you want more? And then I was like, all right, one more. And then the pineapple. They have grilled pineapple, and it's the best thing. Like, I can have like 7 of them. And I learned that when you eat pineapple, it eats you back. So that's always something I picture when you eat pineapple. It's like okay, it's always good to dissolve inside out. Whatever. But anyway, that was a whole tangent of Brazilian thing. Anyway, so I'm going to watch Shark Night, Alien. I'm gonna write that down because it one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is that we'll remember, because I don't remember. There. So I'm going to watch those 2. And my husband wants to go see something in the theater next week. But here's the thing. If it's a horror movie, is Aliens considered a horror movie? Because if the new one is the new one, because if he screams, it's like, I don't think I can deal with it.
So when you watch Alien, you will know what Alien, this new movie is. It's that, it's that.
The only thing I know
science
is
fiction,
the
horror, thriller.
yeah. So it
thing.
probably won't be as bad as him saying watch. We'll see. I can't. He wanted to go see what's not Trap. There was something else that was just out. That was a horror movie, and I said absolutely not. What's one that just came? You would know. What's one that just came out like in the last 2 weeks? No.
A horror movie in the last 2 weeks? Long Legs.
Oh yeah. He goes, we'll go see that. I was like, I will not see a horror movie with you, dear. You have to see it at home. That's how this works. I can't have you shouting at the movie screen and telling everyone to watch. So that's not gonna work. And then you scream like bloody murder. So no, we can't watch that. It's amusing. And I if he ever leaves me or anything, I'm just gonna show everybody on here what it is. I'm not allowed to show it now because we're still together. But if he ever leaves me, that'll be the first thing I show. Because it's hysterical. And I watch it on any worst day there is. And he knows I have it now. He didn't know I had it for like 5 years, because I filmed it when he wasn't looking. So I was like, let me tell you something. In today's day and age, that would have gotten 1,000 views at least. I mean, and he won't let me do it. I was like, listen, you have your own band. Let me just tell you, this will get you views. He's like, no way. And I was like, what? You're not doing anything wrong. I mean, you got scared. You know, you didn't scream like a little bitch, so it's not the worst. You didn't scream like a girl or anything. But man, wow, it's entertaining, I gotta say. And I'm gonna keep that for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna bring it to the divorce hearings when they'll be like, why are you divorcing? And I was like, you gotta watch this video.
I'd like to introduce this as evidence A.
Evidence A. This is it. This is all you need. It's 20 minutes. You'll see it. I think it was Insidious. That he was.
I still haven't seen those yet.
Yeah,
Still
it
haven't
was.
seen those yet.
It was all right. It scared the hell out of him. I mean, I was laughing, so I might have missed something. You can hear me laughing on the video. I am cracking the fuck up. Like I'm just laughing. So there's nothing there but that. So I probably will watch it again. I think it was all right. I didn't get scared. I don't get scared easily. I get bored.
Yeah.
But I do like background stories. So I like to hear the why. I'm one of those people. I want to hear where it came from. Why is it there? But I'm not easily scared. I think the only thing that I've ever truly been scared of, and I mean, when I was a kid, I watched It, and I wasn't scared of it, but I was scared of it being in the drain. Like that was it. Like I thought it was going to come out of the drain when I closed my eyes. That was it. The only other thing I was scared of, but it wasn't a movie, is if I put my hands behind my head, I thought something under the bed would grab my hands.
Mhm.
So I don't know what it was going to do with me after it grabbed my hands, but I just didn't want it to grab my hands. So good times, I'm telling you. Anyway, we were supposed to hang up like an hour ago. So we will be back next Monday because there's no big shark. And so that's it. So I will hang this up and then say goodbye.
Bye-bye.